Welcome into the Cam and Strick Podcast, episode number 105.
105. Dang,
oh,
boy.
My God. I didn't know you were going to say
Dang,
that.
boy.
I didn't know you were going to repeat the number after I said the number.
I'm trying to find a dude that's 105. Oh, man, there's some badass players.
Can you open the window, dude? It's hot in here.
Yeah. We have a family outside, by the way.
I know we do.
They are the cutest family. There's 3 girls, and then a lovely mother, and then another lovely woman, and then another lovely woman. And we're right next door.
Yeah, I think you're scaring all of them.
I'm going to be on my best. No, I'm not scaring them. I'm going to be on my best behavior.
Well,
that's what you do.
That would be no fun.
I'm not going to say the F-bomb.
Nobody wants that.
I'm not going to even curse on this intro.
I don't think you could.
This is what I do.
You could do it.
I'm dynamic. I am dynamic. Watch me.
You think you could do it?
Yes.
You could go through a whole podcast.
No, whole podcast. No. I already messed up. I already messed up with the interview we just did. But now I realize they're out there, so I'm not going to mess up, Andy. Watch. Go. Let's go.
I'm surprised you didn't come back in being like, I just met these little girls.
They're adorable.
I really think we should hire them.
Every time
Cam meets somebody outside.
No, they came to me, they're like, this is what you need to do on your podcast. You need to stop cursing. And I'm like, oh, snap. What's up?
Did they really say that to you?
No, but they were thinking that.
Because every time you meet somebody, it's like, I really think we should hire this guy. This guy could be worth $100 million, and we don't even know.
No, I judge people on a lot of different things, on what they do and how
give
they
me an
are.
Example. Give me an example of that.
Well, like I talked to some kid the other day. I talk to a million people a day, dude, because I'm like a therapist now because I keep my DMs open. I talk to different people from Canada. Probably costs me a ton of money because I'm calling them and they're in Canada. I don't care.
Get the Canadian plan.
Care.
Get the Canadian plan.
Fine, I will. But the point is, I talked to a guy the other day, man. He's an agent, does this, does that. He has a podcast. He's like, he does marketing. And I'm like, just let me brainstorm with you, man. Like, I brainstorm with people just like you do. So I don't know even why you're chirping me right now.
Well, no,
that's
just because the guy, what I'm talking about, the guy who works in our building one time, he just stormed through during the interview.
Oh,
you love that guy.
Yeah, but I didn't say hire him. I just said, hi, how you doing? Like a I am a social butterfly. Does Kate like that all the time? Not really.
No.
Not really. When we're out and about,
does she get annoyed with that?
Oh yeah.
You know what? It's funny because
want to explain what I do?
No, my wife's the same way, and sometimes I get annoyed because like I'm a talker too.
Yeah,
I have the gift of the gab. She is way too nice. Let me give you an example. Like when we have people who come over to like do work on the house, like if they're painters or if they're doing this or that, she just talks and talks and talks like she's their best friend, and I feel like sometimes some of these people can take advantage of you because now they think that, like, you know, they could be lazy, they can cut corners, they can talk the whole time, they can hang out all day long. It's like, no,
you need to
let
put
them
your foot
work.
down.
Let them work. Yeah. Talk to them. Let them in the house, and then walk away.
Okay? She's like hanging out with all the guys painting and stuff. That's on you, homie.
She just talks.
Well, that's on you. Kate doesn't talk to anybody unless it's business. I'm the talker.
You're doing the talking.
I'm the talk of the group. I didn't say it. What I screw up is we'll go to parties, we'll go to events. And all of a sudden, I'll go in, I'll walk in, and I'll get distracted. Hey, how you doing? They talk to me. And then Kate's just standing there, and she doesn't know those people. And I'll stop and like, where's she? I'm like, oh, God. And she's like, why'd you do that? I'm like, sorry. And I come back, and here's another thing. I'm such an ass. I can say ass, and I said it quietly. I'm an ass because I'll go and I'll talk to people, and I'll forget that Kate's right there, and I have to introduce. And that's such a dick.
I know. See, here's the problem. Here's the problem. When we go to a social event,
I'm bad at that, man. I gotta stop.
I hate it when you can't get through the door. Like you see somebody you know right away, 2 or 3 people by the door. Yeah. And now we've been there for 30 minutes, and now you're still stuck there.
I don't mind that. Like,
all right, what's new in your world? Anything?
Yeah. Well. I got new golf clubs, baby. What's up? I told y'all, I ain't playing no mo. I want to get good at golf. I've been embarrassing for a long time. I've embarrassed the Blues organization. I've embarrassed the Jansen household. I've embarrassed the Blues organization. Look, it doesn't matter. Different golf courses, fine. I've sucked for years, and I'm sick of sucking. I've sucked, and I'm done sucking. I'm going to be unbelievable at golf. I'm on a golf course. It's like having a rink in your backyard and not playing hockey.
All right, you know you have to join the club, right?
I know, baby.
I mean, you act like you just can walk on, which you'll probably try doing.
Probably right.
From your backyard, just walk on the course.
Can't do that. No, that's too classic. No, not here.
Come on.
Ooh.
I mean, I know you're all the way out in like
Franklin County.
A lot of meth there?
Well,
What's going on there? I don't know. Tell me.
Well, there's always meth anywhere in the middle of Missouri, no doubt about it. Even in the poor part of Ladue where you're from, Andy, where you act like it's the wealthy part, but it's actually still the poor part, and people look down upon you. Here's the deal. Where I live is on one of the top 10 courses in Missouri. It's going to be beautiful. It's about 30 miles away from St. Louis. It's perfect for us. We're on a golf course. I'm still a Hoosier, and I know that. But I'm getting into golf, and I'm going to get a membership. I got new clubs. I got all of it. I don't look like a Hoosier anymore when I go there. At least
what's
the
the membership cost?
I don't know, $800 a month, 10
well, you got to
grand
pay
down,
like a flat fee,
$10,000 down, or
right
something,
off the top.
Whatever.
Are you looking to take your golf game to that level? Like you want to get serious?
I got a big basement.
Okay,
Listen to me.
Well, let me ask you
because I have a huge house.
No, let me ask you this.
Unlike you, because I'm in the Franklin County. You're in the poor part of the wealthy part.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Is it do you really want to?
Yeah.
Do you like
What?
golf enough to want to play every day?
Yes, because when you're good, you're solid. And you can have little putting greens in the basement.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to have TVs down there, and I'll have putting greens down there, and little
That's
chipping.
not golf.
No, but we're watching hockey in
That's
the
like
basement.
playing
I got to
putt-putt.
listen
That's
to
like playing putt-putt,
Yeah,
dude.
but then you're just always doing it. Then you get your groove on all day. And so at 7 o'clock at night when the Blues are playing, I got the buddies over, bars stacked over there. We could putt and bet on money on putting. Have a little chip course there, golf simulation, and watch the hockey game at the same time.
So wait,
you're never
are you
bored.
putting in golf simulation?
Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do
or
it
a
all.
putting green.
Both. I have a big basement. Andy,
Is it
when you're in
finished?
Franklin County, you could buy big square footage.
I think
unlike
so.
where you're from.
Well, you can.
Unlike where you're from.
Well, you
you
can.
gotta have millions where you're
better-
at, homie. That's why we're doing this. Get on with yourself. I don't have kids, bro.
Have you tested out the drive? How far is it?
Yeah, we drive out there.
How
every
far
single-
is it to downtown?
It's the same as Eureka.
No.
Yes,
it's
it
not,
is,
dude.
Andy. It's fine. It's 3.5 minutes longer. Look it up on your
That's
fucking
it?
maps, Google Maps. Stop.
Why do you
ask stupid
you
questions?
make it sound like you're moving way further away.
It's
3.5 minutes.
Yes, you're right on Manchester Road. You're just in the little outskirts in the hills out there. You're just in a little hilly area, and it's about 7 miles. We're just in the middle of the woods, and you get put into this little area. Look it up online, St. Albans.
All right, what's up with your
Motherfucker.
neighbors walking and
Real
looking
good.
through your windows? What's up with that?
Yeah, I'm sick of that, okay? I'm sick of that. I live in my little neighborhood now, the blue-collar part of a blue-collar neighborhood. I'm the blue-collar part, so I'm extra blue-collar, baby, just so y'all know. I know I put a picture of me skiing in Breckenridge. My parents took a loan out for that bad boy. So shut your mouth.
That was a nice family photo.
That was a cute family. My dad, mom are pretty good-looking
You
people.
were kind of a cake eater. because
no, I was not. No.
One thing, I'll tell you this.
I had the
in my
blue starter
house,
jacket on.
We
What?
never took a ski trip to Colorado. I can promise you that. Ever.
Well, we did one time.
We went to,
and I kicked
we
ass
went
and took
to,
no,
we
no,
went
no,
to
no.
Buffalo.
Good for you.
That's what we
That's
did.
just a stupid thing for your parents to think of. My dad's awesome, and he's like, I know how to have fun. I'm going to take my athletic kids to go ski, and they'll pick it up just like that because they play hockey, and we did. Then I go down the Black Diamonds when we went with other kids. My parents took little other kids out there too. They're older, and we go down the Black Diamonds, and you get caught. You cruise down these Black Diamonds trying to be cool with my brother and his buddies, and you get stuck going these little trails, and you can't stop. Because if you stop, you'll get your knees or your skis will get caught on the trees because you're that close to them. So at the end of these little trails that you get caught on, you come out and there's always a jump, and you're like, whoop, blah. And you come up like, and all your stuff, you have a big white, and you hit your back like this, whoop, dang, and you're like, oh God, help me, help. But at that age, you just pop up like, pa-ching, pa-ching. I'm good.
Yeah. No, there's nothing like it, man.
Yeah,
I love
can't
going
do
to
it anymore.
Colorado. We go there. Listen, I'm dying for Colorado right now. My wife is on me so badly about getting out
Hey,
of
you need to
town.
put your foot down.
About
You need to
getting
figure
out of
some things
town.
out at home.
I'm like, listen.
She's like a talkerson. You need to put your foot down, homie.
She's like, well, no, listen, people like talking to her. She likes
Well,
to
I
talk.
bet.
She likes to talk.
Just go looking. I bet they do that. Good God.
But hey, sometimes you just gotta let people know that they're here to work.
Yeah, well, then where's the husband?
They can't. Well, I
you don't.
intervene.
No, you don't.
I intervene.
Do you need help?
And no. I
Andy,
intervene.
Hey, Andy. Hi, Andy.
And then I'll call
Do you
my
need
wife
help?
over. I'll be like, will you stop
You want
talking?
me when we come over?
So this guy
and
will
help you?
just do what he has to do and leave. So he's
Andy,
not here all day.
you need help? You want me to come over and help you with these big construction workers?
Construction workers. No.
They're taking advantage of you. Put
No,
your
they
foot
like
down
to
like
talk,
a man.
They want to talk. They want to talk, but everybody's a Blues fan now too,
no
man.
offense, but
Everybody
no,
is.
no,
and
can I say
everybody
something?
wants to
Can I say
talk
something
hockey,
controversial?
whatever.
Can I say something controversial?
What?
If I'm at somebody's house, I'm not going up to their wife and talking to them first. No offense. I'm going to the husband and talking to him. So, like, if they're going to your wife and talking, like, that's creepy. Put your foot down.
No, but
what are you doing? Hanging out in the back?
I let her handle. I'm in my office, dude. I'm doing whatever I got to do.
If I'm going to a guy's house, I'm like, let me talk to the man of the house first because that's respectful. I'm not going right to the hot wife. I'm not going to her first.
But here's the deal. We just built the house. They're coming over. They know exactly what they have to do. The people who are coming over, who are working on the house, just worked on my house for several months, right? So they're there to do a specific job that they know what they're doing. So it's not like we have to show them and say, hey, we want you to do this. They know why they're coming. We know why they're coming.
Okay.
But it's like the small talk. Just let them work and get out. That's all I'm saying.
You need help. I'll help you.
In, out.
Whatever.
In and out.
Come over and like set these like big construction workers straight. I'll do it for you.
They're not like big construction workers. I don't know what kind of idea you have. Okay?
You said it. You put the idea in my head, Dick.
It could be somebody putting like hardware on a kitchen cabinet.
You put the idea in my head. I didn't bring this up.
No.
You're the ones
this isn't like the village
stop
people
telling me. I won't
over.
beat you.
I mean, Jesus, it's like
every construction worker stopping by.
It's women too. Okay.
Now that's kind of cool.
The cleaning ladies.
Now that's kind of cool.
Cleaning ladies, man.
Now, if you're saying women are coming over, that's a different story.
Well, yeah, the cleaning ladies come over.
What do they look like?
Actually,
85.
Our new set of cleaning ladies.
No shit.
Very, very nice. Yeah, very nice.
Come on in.
Yeah, very nice.
Hi, this is our new cleaning lady. What if she's a dime? You can't even do. Kate would be like, I don't think so. What if I said, Kate? No, she fucking scrubs everything, but she's really hot. Kate like, I don't think so. She'd be like, I don't think so. And I don't blame her.
Yeah.
That's like having a pool guy. If you had a pool and some like stud ass like 22-year-old that's jacked, I'm like, no. I want some sloppy looking bastard.
So my wife, she's all into she teaches the spinning, the yoga, she does all that. She's all into the health and wellness. So she'll be talking about like health and wellness with these ladies, and then she sells a bunch.
The construction guys,
a little bit maybe. I don't know.
They're lying
but then to
you if they think that they care about that.
And then they buy like different nutritional supplements and stuff like that.
The women
shakes
do.
And stuff.
The
like
women
that.
do.
No,
now,
if you're what protein, they like that. But mostly women.
Like, if your wife's convincing a construction worker painting your fucking house to buy some of her protein,
not happening.
Then that's a pretty good thing on your wife knows how to fucking bargain, because that guy's getting trolled in, and he's like, I don't want this. I will never use it, but I'm going to do it because you're forcing the issue. No. That's actually a pretty good business move. I'm just saying.
Oh, dude, she's good.
Because don't act like those painters like, I want that wheatgrass.
She's good. We've got selling runs in the family.
They've been drinking since noon.
Selling runs in the family at my house, dude.
Lord.
My daughter turned 10, by the way, over the weekend.
Oh, she is adorable. Can I just say, Chloe, can I just say, I don't have kids, but I do like the photos of the children. I do like the photos. I think I need a little bit more photos of you and the wife out and about doing their thing. Maybe a little bit less photos so it's not too crazy. Yeah. But Chloe looked extremely adorable the other day. Give her my blessings for the 10th birthday. She looks a lot older than that, by the way.
Yeah, she does.
She looks old.
And she acts older, too.
Yeah, good. Because she's a big dog.
Yeah, she is.
She runs a show. She's the oldest.
She does.
She's runs a show. I like that.
She
runs a show more than you do. You need to put your foot down
a little bit
with these construction workers.
Dude, don't get any ideas about the construction workers.
You put it in my head, man. I feel bad. I need to make some phone calls and get some people look over there and make sure you okay.
Nothing crazy. Nothing crazy. All right, what's your take on
construction workers?
No, all the hockey coming back. NBC, they all announced all the commentators. Who's the commentators? Who's the color commentators? All these people. Yep. Mike Milbury out. What's your take on that?
He was kind of down anyway. We didn't get him on the pod, and I don't want to put my foot in my mouth, which I've done before. But I like happy people, kind of, but not like fluffy, everything's happy. Yeah.
Is it gonna get too fluffy?
I don't want fluffy shite either. The kids are out there. I'm doing good. Yeah. I don't want the fluffy crap though. I want a guy that's funny, but not but still serious when he needs to get down with it. But Mike Milbury's always negative. I don't like this, I don't like that. Still make me laugh, man. I need to be I'm in a happy mood watching hockey. I need to feel kind of cool. So it's always got to be a balance. Now, Patrick Sharp's a very handsome bugger, but he's very monotone. And he's not making me laugh that much, but he's not animated.
Is he real?
He looks like a robot.
No, is he real?
I know I want to smack him.
It could be wax. You never know.
Why are you so handsome? Can you have can you get a herpy on your lip or something so I know you're human?
Know. It's he's so perfect. I don't stutter, and I tell you exactly how it goes. No,
cold sores are the worst.
They love him, man. I mean, obviously he's come in, he's done a good job. I think Keith Jones is probably the best.
I think he's great. I think he's not making me laugh, but you don't need to make it all about that either.
He gets to the point,
though. He does, and he's hard on guys, and I like that. Be hard on guys, but don't be negative. I don't want to be negativity out of you. Like, I need to be happy.
But he can land the plane. Like, he can make his point and then land the plane and get out.
Oh, I hate flying, Andy. You know, just don't even say that.
You know, so he can do that. I don't know. Millbury, though, you just kind of had a feeling that this was going to be it, man. Yeah. They don't like controversy anymore.
Well, I mean, it's just a negative controversy. If you're being funny, I don't know. There's a difference, man. We're on the radio every damn day. Like, we get it. You know, sometimes you're not funny, man. Sometimes you say something stupid. But he's just kind of down always. Like, everything's negative. I don't like that.
Do you feel like, though, ever since Roenick made the comments that led to his ouster from NBC, and listen, he came on with us, and he was clear about what he said and whatever. I mean, I don't know. Everyone can have their opinion on what he said and whether it deserved, you know, the level of treatment that he got and where he's no longer on television. I think people are so cautious nowadays who are in television. These guys who play a long time in the league, who walk right into these, you know, cush network TV jobs where they're making big time money. I think they're like, man, I'm not going on any podcast. Like, why would I risk? Why would I risk losing my job? Well, but here's the thing: don't say anything stupid.
Are you asking me a question? Exactly.
Don't say anything dumb.
Well, you could come on podcasts, Andy, and then get your name out and actually show people that you might not be a robot like you are on TV. Or how about just don't say that you want to take my wife and your wife and have a threesome?
Are you ready for the season to start? Have you
Yeah.
Do you
have
do you know what's going on? Do you have any idea what's going on or what? What's the latest in your head of yours?
What do you want to know? I mean, what do you know? Did you go to practice the other day? Did you go to practice and where you have your full you can't even see anything. There's nothing going on.
What's your prediction?
They're gonna kick ass. The Blues?
They'll have the number one power.
People don't care about the Blues.
I'm not asking you about the Blues, but you just said that. But the Blues will have.
What are you talking about? The Canadians?
No, just in general. Your predictions. And the Blues will have the number one power play in the league. Their power play is sick.
They might be dirty. They might be good.
They're pretty damn sick.
I think that they should cruise through some of these teams on a consistent basis. I think Vegas is going to be great. On the other side, I think Toronto's going to mop up. Toronto?
Mop up.
I mop up that whole division.
Yeah, they might.
They might. You're playing the same damn teams every damn time.
They just look like they're having fun, man.
Toronto's really good. They might dominate up there.
We'll see.
And then in the other division, Tampa's going to kill everybody, I think. I think it's going to be Yeah, I do.
I don't know. I wonder if Tampa Bay is going to be able to play with the same level of enthusiasm.
Maybe
and all
not.
That.
You know what? I don't know.
Not having Kucherov.
Here's the deal. You want to tell you the truth? You asked me a question because COVID's going to be a big deal with this whole thing. Yeah. Teams are going to get COVID. How bad is it going to be? How bad is it going to affect the top players? And how bad is it going to last? And until we know that, who the F, I said F because we have lovely children out the door, who the F is going to be stuck with this ordeal, because a lot of teams are going to be worse than other teams, but who's going to hit the worst? So we don't know, because COVID will be a factor in this not just playoffs but the whole season. I'm telling you,
it's already running rampant, man. I mean, it's already like we haven't even gotten there, and Florida, teams are shutting it down.
Even in Florida, loosey-goosey Florida, they're shutting down. Loosey-goosey Texas, they're shutting it down.
Yeah.
It's a big deal. So COVID will be a big deal.
Rumor has it somebody with the Stars
Ottawa
at the hotel got it and brought it into the dressing room from the hotel.
Yeah, jeez, Andy. Oh, I know, man.
You know?
I feel bad for some of the guys. It's just going to be a long, weird year for the boys. And you could say they make a ton of, we all know that. A lot of guys haven't made that much money yet, and they're going through this their first couple of years. That just sucks. My first couple of years, I went through a lockout in 2004, and then it hit, and, you had fans, you had everything. I'm just looking at these young kids. They don't even know what it's like to be in NHL yet. They really don't, Andy. They don't even know what it's like yet. Don't feel sorry for the guys that got 30 in the bank. I get that, too. They suck it up. You suck it up, you're going to be fine. You have to work on our day.
It's like Corey Crawford. Relax. He's like, you know what? I think I'm done.
I don't chirp guys with head injuries, though. If you got a head injury, I feel bad for you. But if your head ain't hurt and you're not getting signed and you got 30 in the bank, I don't feel sorry for you. But if you're messed up, man, I get that. I feel bad for the young kids, dude. They don't know. You want fans, man, chanting your name. The girls you talked to the night before when you came in town, you got them in fucking section 19, baby. What's up? They're staring at you like fucking cruising around with no helmet on. Warm. It's like, yeah, what's up? Yes, that kind of stuff. I know it's corny, but you missed that, man. Look, there they are.
Well, it can't be a lot of fun playing without fans. I don't care what level you're at.
Sucks, dude.
Yeah, you could be in high school right now, and like what fun is it playing inside a building when your buddies aren't in the stands?
You guys realize how fun it is when you honestly see your daddy, your mom, your brother, your cousin, the girl you wheeled the night before. I don't give a shit. Your buddy, anything. Your uncle. You haven't seen your grandfather, and you see him and you're staring at the bench, just staring at him, and he's staring at you because they always stare at you, even when they watch every move you make, and you know it, and just have that, like, God, it makes you Superman, dude. It makes you Superman.
Okay, I'm trying to make you an analyst today. Trying to make you an analyst.
I don't want to be. What do you mean? They want to be hang out with those guys? I'm not a robot. I look like.
Vegas, though. One of these, like, they're not going to be great every year of their existence. Okay, 1 year they're going to be average.
Yeah.
You just wonder when that's going to be, and I wonder when it comes down to Vegas, like, what's the room like? You had to move a popular player, Nate Schmidt. Everything that went down with Marc-Andre Fleury. They signed guys to long-term extensions, then they try to trade them. Like, I don't know. You just wonder, like, Vegas, when is stuff
going to take over?
They want to sign everybody. We want to trade you and sign him and sign him and sign him and trade you. Oh, we just signed you. We're going to trade you anyway. So I don't know, man. You just wonder if Vegas is ever going to take a step back.
I hope they take a little bit of a step back, but I want them to always be relevant. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry to the Blues or sorry to anybody who likes any other team. I want Vegas to always be relevant. And this new team that comes on, Seattle, I want them to be too. I honestly want. They're a huge market. What a cool market, Vegas.
Seattle's a cool ass town.
Oh, dude, it's so badass. So badass.
Although you tried to. We were talking about Portland a few weeks ago on the show, and like that was really from Seattle, not Portland.
Was it?
Yeah.
So whatever.
Okay.
Besides Chaz, which I think
just
is
like Marc Savard, who's on this edition of the Cam and Strick Podcast.
Yeah. We gotta go.
Cam's always talking about this new building in Sault Ste. Marie, and Mark's like, dude, it's like 20 years old. Like, what are you talking about? You've gotten it wrong with Gretzky. You've got it wrong with like everybody. You have no idea what the building looks like.
I'm
in
sorry.
The Sioux.
I'm sorry. I just remember the old school fucking. I shouldn't say that. The old school fucking rink when they open the back thing like blah 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 blah, and it's so cold and you're like, oh god, like I gotta put my fucking.
Are you sure? We don't even know if you know what you're talking about.
And you're in the locker room like I'm fucking freezing, and you go out there and there's like fucking McGrattan cruising. You're like, oh god, I can't even feel my arms, but I'll go them anyway. Andy. That's what you do.
Okay. I like it. I'm
freezing
excited
cold.
Hockey's here, man.
I know.
It'll
I'm
be
pumped
fun
up
to
dude.
watch some games. They play like every day though. We got to figure out how we're going to do this podcast and everything. They literally play like
we're
every
gonna figure that
day.
out. Well, shit. I'm gonna move into the. I'm gonna have we'll have our shit in my little studio in my house. You just bought an expensive ass house, Andy. You need a studio in your fucking place. Tell all the painters to get out. Clear that room out. Put your studio right there.
Honey, will you stop talking to the painters
construction
so he can
workers? Where's the wife? She's talking to the construction. Tell them to stop. Stop that and make that your studio room.
Okay.
God,
we'll make that happen. All right, Marc Savard, man.
Yeah, man. Cool cat.
Cool. I told you we had to get him on.
Totally cool cat.
Had a great, not a great story. I shouldn't put it that way, but he had a great career. Played a long time. Sucks how it ended.
Yeah.
And you can just tell when you talk to some people that they've been through a lot of shit, dude.
Yeah.
Mentally, you can tell, and I'm not even convinced that he's all the way through it.
No, I don't think so either. And just like when we talk to Kessler and those guys, there's something still, right? There's something still there. Like, you got the best setup, but you're just not there. I'm telling you, just like...
That's why you always talk about, like, the money and everything. Like, if you got, like, 40, 50, 30 in the bank, whatever.
Doesn't matter if you're mentally messed up. No, man, I'm telling you. That's why I always preface it by saying, if your head's okay, I don't feel bad for you.
Health is everything. Health is everything.
No, wait, time out. If your knee's banged up and you have a limp, and you got 60 in a bank, but your head's okay and you're happy,
that's different.
And your kids are healthy, I don't give a shit.
Happy is the key word.
Are you happy? And like Kessler, like, I don't know, like, but I think some people don't, when you haven't fallen down and kind of crawled back up and you've made money, you've done things, you don't know what happy is. Everything's so easy for you. And the little things amplify. I even notice that with my shit sometimes. And I'm not even there where I need to be yet still. We're moving. We got fun, cool stuff happening. We bust our ass.
Yeah.
Andy, we and you got some toys coming. But we look at each other like, is this even real? We're like, yeah, it is, dude. We've been busting our fucking ass. We've been fucking getting Gretzky and fucking doing this, and I'm talking about my bullshit, pissing the bed and fucking get pissed on. Yeah, we deserve this shit. That's how it goes. Pardon my language.
That's all it takes.
Well, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
If you get pissed on in the bathroom when you're young.
Yeah. But
you know
so
what I mean.
In the case of Marc Savard, I say that, it sounds like, he's still dealing. I think you're always dealing with it. I think he got through the hardest part, right? For him to get to this point, to be able to tell his story, come work for an NHL team last year. He's enjoying his family. He sent me the picture of his outdoor rink the other night. Man, he's got a sick-ass outdoor rink. Yeah. But this guy was such a good player. And to have your career essentially taken away from you because of injury and because of a hit to the head from Matt Cooke, man, I think that'll always stay with you. But he's gotten out of the darkest spot. And I think no matter what, it's always going to be a challenge. You're always going to be dealing with it,
Yeah. And he's in a good spot, man. He's going to have to go through therapy and all that stuff. He got rocked, dude.
Yeah.
And it'll never probably go away. And, God, I'm just kind of looking at, I told you, if I would have played another year, I would have got rocked some way.
You think if you would have pushed the envelope.
Yeah. Andy, I was getting punched hard. I was fighting, and
Why you were losing your...
No, I mean, you're just guaranteed to get hit. Mm-hmm. You're going to get hit. It's just you roll the dice that much, man. And I'm surprised the Winchester hit that hit me, I didn't have more of an impact, but I feel good. My head's good.
And he was on your team.
Fucking idiot.
You just didn't even know the guy on your team was who you had to worry about, not someone from the other team.
No, well, you have to worry about everybody. But yeah, man, head injuries. I told you, I don't feel sorry for guys that maybe their knees or their shoulders or something are fucked up, or my hand hurts.
That's hockey.
But your head's okay, and you got money, and your kids are fine. You're healthy family.
Yeah.
Then you're fine, homie. Mm-hmm. That's what you did that for. You want a little limp and tell people like, "Fuck yeah, I'm a fucking."
But that's got to be just amazing, man. I mean, you play a long time, you make 80, 90, 100 million bucks, and you're healthy. You feel great.
Wow. I mean, you watch your kids
for playing hockey.
Walt, Keith Kachuk.
I know.
Walt, you watch your goddamn kids, not just your boys, your little one too, Taryn, who's a fucking badass. You just watch
and
them.
Robert Thomas.
And you're like, yeah, I'll work for the
adopted
You're like,
son.
I'll work for the Blues too, probably for not much. And like, yeah, I'll do this. I'll do whatever the hell I want. You need my voice. I'll tell you because I'm smart and my kids are in the game.
And even if you don't want me to tell you, I'm going to tell you anyway.
What are you going to do? Fire me? What do I care?
Right.
You want me to be a part of this? Like, it's just, they're all like, that's what you want with guys. Like, Walt doesn't need to. He just wants to be a part of it, man. That's just awesome.
Do you play the Powerball? The Powerball, I think it's up to like 600 million. I know. Something like that. Something crazy.
Oh,
Mega millions.
Andy. I'm already moved in my dream house. I don't want to even think of anything more.
Not have to, you wouldn't move in there.
Yeah, I would for a little bit.
You wouldn't. I think you put that back on the market. And you live maybe a little closer.
No, I do. I'd give that to my goddamn parents.
Oh, would you? Oh,
yeah, I don't know, somebody. I'd spend a lot of money on a a people. I would.
It'd be like 2 months later.
People would be like, hey, this honestly, guys.
Cam would be like,
even I should learn from my mistakes. I spent probably $1 million. I shouldn't even say the number, but a ton of money. Okay, a ton of money on stupid things. Ton of money. But if I made $600 million, I would give a ton of money to a ton of people and hook them right up.
I'd be like,
and my wife's yelling at me.
Why are you driving the same truck? Well, I'm out of money already.
Because I hooked up everyone.
Yeah, exactly.
I know.
Just handing out money.
Now I'd keep a couple.
I'd
keep a couple hundred $100
somebody's gonna win that, dude.
Yeah, maybe a couple people from like Eureka.
So let's go.
Man, I like making money on my own.
Jamie were putting money in. We're gonna go buy some.
Can I be honest
with
you? I'm happy right now. We're finally going through our thing, and we do our thing. I don't want to think of like a castle in Scotland right now. We already have our little thing. We have our golf. We have such a vision ahead of us that's kind of fake anyway. I don't want to win that damn money. I want to make money doing this and live a good life. Bust your ass and do stuff, and you live a good life.
Yeah, earn it.
Yeah, Andy. No shit. Okay. You earn it.
All right, Marc Savard, man.
Let me write that down.
Played a long time in the league, and he had a lot of success, dude. A lot of success. Great story. And he was an assistant coach. If you think being an assistant coach is like fun and games,
it's not.
It's not.
No, it's a lot of video work. Like, oh, cool, yay, video work.
A lot of it.
Yeah,
I think he said he lost his vision, or his vision got impaired because of it. Because he's watching breaking down video 12 hours a day.
It's like a torture chamber.
Yeah.
Like watch this. Like
I tried to tell you when you first retired. I tried to tell you to get in,
get into video work,
stay into hockey to try to scout.
I go, no. I'm an entertainer.
Cam's
baby.
Like, I don't know. I got to write. Do I have to
write
Barnum
and Bailey
and read?
I am an
entertainer. File reports.
No one even gave me. They say, here's a radio show. Oh, here's your own radio show. I'm like, okay, yeah, I'll do it, and I did it. Just like that,
Well,
baby.
you had some co-hosts there for the first year or two.
I didn't go to Mizzou. I wasn't educated on anything. I didn't even play. I didn't even pay attention to other sports. And I still had to do it. Didn't even pay attention.
It's not that hard. Yeah, it's rocket science. You just get on there.
If you came from not even talking about Cardinals ever, not knowing about anything with really football or any other sport, basketball, nothing, and all of a sudden host your own show in Missouri. When Missouri,
do you have cable?
Oh, so when we just read off what they said, this and be a robot, and you won't have a job.
That's kind of what you did for the Cardinals, isn't it? Would you break down baseball?
Yeah, I can a little bit.
Do you like baseball?
Hate it.
Why?
I will say it right now. I love you, Billy. Do it to third. You are a cool cat.
Oh, he likes hockey more.
I love that man.
He likes hockey more than baseball.
Billy to third. I love you to death. I know you own the Cardinals. I know your daddy does. I know you are great for this town. I love you. I cannot get into baseball if my life fucking depended on it.
You did it again.
I did it again. Not in a long time. I can't get in that goddamn sport. I'm sorry. I love football. I love fucking hockey. I like MMA sometimes when Conor McGregor's doing his fucking thing. Baseball, I don't like you. Your players are boring. I'm going to piss people off by saying this. Your game's too fucking long. And the cool things that happen in baseball, listen to me. And the cool things that happen in fucking baseball aren't cool enough for my attention. But who cares about me? I'm a hillbilly from Eureka. I don't give a fuck.
Okay. All right, Marc Savard on this edition of the Cam and Strick Podcast, as always, brought to you by CarShield. And carshield.com, mention the promo code CAM, you're going to save 10%. I know it is so embarrassing. I know it's hard.
Why is that embarrassing?
Listen, it's just hard for a lot of people out there. That's what I'm hearing from people. I'm hearing that from people. It's just not easy for them.
What, should it be Andy?
But sometimes you just got to bite the bullet. 800-857-2481. Again, carshield.com. Cam, can you give an example of why somebody would maybe need CarShield?
Well, I'll give you an example. My starter went out the other day, and I was at the restaurant. I told this story before. I'm going to say it again. I was at a restaurant saying hey to people. Andy, of course, right? I got my truck parked right out in the front. And then I'm leaving with Kate, and we're like, goodbye, everyone. Goodbye. And we say bye to everybody, give everybody hugs, and everybody's like, bye, Cam, bye. And I get in my truck, and I'm like, see? Starter wouldn't go. So everybody's like, oh, what's going on here? I had to call somebody. I had to do this, and I called CarShield. They brought me a different car. It was very embarrassing, but they came in 2 seconds. I get to pick where I wanted to get it done. Starter's a pain in the ass. Kind of a new truck, too. And the starter goes out in front of all your buddies. Very embarrassing, but it was easy to deal with. Calling CarShield. They're the best of the best, Andy.
Oh, they are, man. Nick and company, all the boys over there. Give them a call today, 800-857-2481, carshield.com. That's the website. Bud Light Seltzer, baby. Listen, here's the flavors. You know what they are. Strawberry, black cherry, lemon, lime, and mango. Mango, baby. Now, you said on the previous episode, you said if mango was a person, it would be who? The quarterback from Clemson. If mango was a person, it would look like...
I said that. Yeah. Trevor Lawrence.
Trevor Lawrence.
Yes. God, why would you put me on? Why wouldn't you tell me before you said that? My memory sucks.
Really? Is it that bad?
Yeah, kind of.
No, it's getting worse.
It's bad.
If you don't remember that, that's an issue. Now I'm a little
Why would
bit
I remember
concerned.
that? Like, I don't remember anything.
How'd you remember how to get here today?
Because I put MapQuest on. Here's the deal. Trevor Lawrence, the reason why he said it is because mango is altogether like you're 6'4", you got sick hair, you're a Viking, you know, you're towering over everybody, you're handsome, you're well-spoken, like you're everything. That's mango. Mango equals Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence equals perfect. That's what it is. You're a perfect specimen.
Mango is perfect.
Yes.
Yeah, and get that variety pack too. Strawberry, grapefruit, cranberry, man, great flavors. You can mix and match. You can do whatever you want with them. Get them all. That's what we do. BudLight.com, that's the website. Bud Light Seltzer, unquestionably good. Less than a gram of sugar, less than 100 calories. Again, it's good for you. So check it out.
Check that out.
Bud
We
Light
love it.
Seltzer.
Mango.
All right, Canadips, 5 flavors. Let's see if we can name them all. Citrus, American Spice, Wintergreen,
gosh.
Mint, and
Mango.
Mango, baby.
I forgot about that. Mango. People were like, actually asked, like, they got mango.
I know.
Everybody wants mango.
CBD companies
like,
are reaching out left and right now,
Trevor
too.
Lawrence?
Come on now. So if Trevor Lawrence is mango, so who do we got here now for candidates? You got another example?
Oh yeah.
Candidates might be.
Let me think about this. Who's a handsome bugger that's perfect? Let's see here.
Patrick Sharp.
No, he's not perfect. He needs to be taller and more muscular. Maybe a shit kicker. Let me think about that. We'll do it in the next episode.
Okay.
The mango version of Canadips has got to be some shit kicker, handsome, a wheel.
Yeah.
Fucking does his shit. It's probably a rock star, actually.
Canadips.
Damn, they're good, man. Everybody's Chris Mason texted me too. He's like, "Oh, what's up?" He's like, "How them bad boys?" I'm like, I didn't get back to him. I'm like,
about what? About
Canadips.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I know, man. And our Canadian listeners out there.
Oh my god,
because
dude.
I'm hearing from so many Canadians
we
can't get that. We're working on that. We're gonna get them to you. We may even just like funnel them across the border or something.
I'll find somebody. I'll get one of my pipe hitting motherfuckers.
We wouldn't do that. That would be illegal.
No,
we would
you're
not
right.
do that.
You're right.
We would not do that.
You're right.
But like when someone asks you, because people are asking left and right, what are Canadips like? Your response is what?
Well, they're an alternative to the bullshit chew that spills all over the goddamn place. Look, they're great, and they make you kind of relax a little bit. You swallow. You don't have to spit and shit all over the fucking place and spit and different things. Give me
You
that.
don't even have to spit.
I don't even like doing at the restaurant the other day. Like I'm like, it was a little while ago. I just remember like when the restaurants kind of started opening up, and I was chewing, and I'm like, hey, man, can you give me a plastic cup with napkins? And the lady's like, oh, yeah, okay. So I'm sick of doing that. Like, I hate that. It's like little things like that. You spill it sometimes. A cat knocks it over. A cake gets pissed. I know. I'm a Hoosier.
Walking into the Enterprise Center last night, I had to take everything out of my pockets. And the guy was like, what is that? And he was like, get me some information on that. See, I think people are looking for an alternative.
That's funny. They still like let you have to take your stuff out of the pockets in Enterprise?
Well, no, you have to go through like.
I'm that funny, Jamie.
You have to go through like a conveyor belt.
Nah,
it's like going through the airport.
For you do.
Dude, you haven't even been down
so
there.
Funny.
You have no idea.
And he has the kids. They take his own pockets out, Jamie. That's so funny.
Well, I just dig.
Yeah,
you're going through the metal detector.
It's all good, buddy. Do your thing.
It's part of the commercial. Okay. God. It didn't really happen.
Like that dude does like that. Like they're searching you when you go during a practice. Like that's funny. I love it. Yeah. This is good. It's good.
Yeah.
Look, no, people are bugging. People are actually asking the hell out of me. The hockey boys, a lot of guys have been chewing, man, about Canadips, and we're gonna have to hook them up.
Yeah. Well, how do you do that?
Well, you go to Canadips.com, baby.
Well, don't go there. How about CanadipsCBD.com?
Well, CanadipsCBD.
Go there.
Yeah. Why would you ask me then? Why don't you just say it?
Tell them get the California roll.
And you get that 50%.
The California roll, you'll save 50% when you mention Cam and Strick as the promo code, but it allows you to try all flavors, which is the best part. Then you kind of settle in and hone in on the one that you like the most. Although I recommend that you kind of like...
I rotate.
Like different flavors for different circumstances, right? Like if you're chilling.
Yeah, I mean, I just rotate them. Like I just like to use Canadips in different situations where I used regular chew, like driving, like doing my research in the morning.
Chew, how often are you putting a dip in? Like how many times a day?
I don't know, one every 10 minutes, basically.
No, for real?
Yeah, I mean,
all day long.
Yeah, and I'll take it out, recycle it a little bit, and I'll do it again. Yeah, dude.
Oh, you recycle it?
Yeah, sometimes when I only have it in for 5 minutes because somebody calls me.
No, you can't do that.
Andy, you can't tell me what I can't do. I've been doing this for like 15 fucking years, and I'm sick of doing it.
And now that's why we're doing
this.
Like
that happens, but that's what people do, and this is so expensive. I waste so much money, by the way, because I will spit it out because I just want to get the initial taste of it, then I'll throw it away.
But the Canadips, each pouch,
it
lasts a long time, though.
Lasts a long time, Andy.
Yeah.
Like my whole radio show the other day.
Yeah. It's 100%.
I swear to God, I had the same one in my whole radio show.
So it lasted an hour.
Yeah, dude.
Okay, good. 100% American-grown hemp. Just in case you didn't know, this is legit. That's what it is. It's the new evolution in dip. It allows guys to enjoy, and gals, to enjoy great long-lasting taste without the downsides, and Cam kind of touched on a couple of them. Just spitting in general. It's messy. It's
gross. It is. You think girls like that? Like, seriously.
No, they don't like it.
If you're a young kid,
no, they don't
and
like
you're
that.
a hockey guy, the hockey boys are doing it. Like, no, honestly, fucking don't even the girls. You better be a fucking wheel if you're spitting all over the place at the bar.
Straight out of Humboldt.
Like you're not in fucking Salem, Missouri doing it. You're usually at a nice place. The girls don't like that. Just remember that. Unless you're bagging guys up at Center Ice in your hometown.
The best tobacco alternative you're gonna find anywhere. I can promise you that. Again, CanadipsCBD.com. That's the website. Get that California roll. Mention the promo code Cam and Strick. You're going to save 50%. 50. That's a hell of a deal right there. All right, keep it handsome, baby. True story. The other day, I'm not even lying about this. My wife, she did smell my hair.
What'd she do now?
And she was like, "Oh my God, that really does smell good."
Oh, she was like,
she was like, "I wanna,
want that dick?
She
you want that dick?"
I wasn't gonna say
good
that.
for you.
Okay.
Good for you.
And that's what happened. The painter left.
Good for you.
After the painter left,
when she was done with the painter, look, good for you. She smelled that hair and she's like, "Oh my God, I'm fucking horny,
It's
man."
amazing. It's amazing.
So
what it does.
This is what you do.
So keep it handsome has all new meaning.
Shower, and then you come out and you kind of like, I take the goddamn blow dry them motherfucker.
Well, put the little head balm in there.
But then you're smelling.
Beard moisturizer.
And then go to your wife, like, give me a hug. How you doing? And like force your head and kind of by your nose. She'll be like, oh my God, I want that again, dick. Yeah. And I'm like, okay, fine, let's do this.
Man,
you want to have sex?
That's exactly what happened.
You have sex now? Like,
that's
okay,
exactly
maybe
what happened. I'm living proof.
Yeah.
I
mean, smash that up.
That's
man.
a true
Good
story.
For you. Good for you. You earned it.
Well, I did earn
After
that.
them painters came.
No, man. Come on now.
It's all good.
Sculpting paste.
I'm fine.
The hair gels. The head balm. She's my girl. Ain't nobody touching my girl. I'll tell you that right now. Okay, they may want to. Hey! I know a lot of guys probably would want to. Okay,
oh, you're so funny, man.
But that's not happening.
I'm looking at
that's not happening.
I'm looking at my engineers dying right now.
I mean, listen, you probably want to, but
you started.
Just so you know, you're not getting that chance. I can promise you that.
The fans are gonna go crazy on this one. This is gonna be hilarious.
Hey,
I love you.
You may want it, but you can't have it. Okay. That's just the reality of it.
I could see the memes coming from the boys. Like, knock,
knock, knock. The painters here. We didn't need you to come today.
Honey, the painters are coming over again. Look, what are they painting? Well,
dude, it's so bad.
All right, get through this damn thing. We're going long here. Get through it.
My God, you started it. Anyway, get that Fight Ugly hoodie. Mention the promo code Cam and Strick. You're going to save 15%. 15% on the Fight Ugly hoodie.
That's
which
true. Yep.
Portion of the proceeds support the Montreal Resource Center. So we hook it up in Montreal as well. Right. We've got these new hats coming. I got to show you the pictures of the new hats.
Oh, yeah. Let's go.
Yeah, we're collaborating with Keep It Handsome.
People are bugging
hats.
the shite on me about that.
Oh, are they? Yeah.
Yeah,
but tell them to hang loose.
I am.
We got some new ones coming out. You can still get the previous hats. www.camandstrick.com.
Yeah, those two. Yeah.
Camandstrick.com. Look at the hats, and we'll get those out to you right away. New ones coming out as well with our logo on them. Those will be cool. Fight Ugly. Get the Fight Ugly hoodie and get it today. It's that simple. Yep. From our friends over there with Keep It Handsome. What up, Mirko? Mirko, making it happen. Baby? Give him a shout out.
What up, Mirko?
Okay.
We love it, man.
Bellman.com. We love Bellman too. Check out the new inventory. Check out the used inventory. Again, if you have a car that's been sitting in your garage, you're like, what do we do with it? I'll tell you what to do with it. Bellman wants it, and they're going to give you great money for it. Get yourself some new wheels, all located in Troy, Missouri. You got the Cadillac, the Buick, GMC. Cam's all over that Buick. Or he crosses the street, and he's got the Chrysler, the Dodge, the Jeep Ram. He's looking at that pink Jeep with 2-door small wheels. You're always looking at that, dude.
Oh, I want that so bad with the small engine.
I know. It can barely get up the hill, dude.
No, I don't want to get up the hill. Yeah. I want people that push me. I want my old neighbors to push me.
Oh, man.
That looks so cool.
Dan Bellman's
people
the
like
man,
that.
Though. Oh, yeah. No, they absolutely do.
I know.
So, again, check it out, man. Support our sponsors, the people that make this thing go.
Yeah.
And all great people, huge hockey fans, and supporters of the Cam and Strick Podcast, so we certainly appreciate that. All right. Marc Savard. That's with a C. So don't be spelling it M-A-R-K. It's M-A-R-C. Marc Savard. Underrated player, man. You look at his career. This guy put up a ton of points, played with great players, played in some great teams as well. And he's with us now. Episode number 105 on the Cam and Strick Podcast. What are you doing? You golfing today or what?
No golf back here. I'm in Peterborough, outdoor rink.
Ooh.
Outdoor rink hockey. That's it.
Oh, my God.
Oh, shit. We did that last night.
That's the most Canadian thing ever. I love
the best.
Seeing all the rinks. Do you have an outdoor rink at your house, Mark? Have you built one for your kids?
Yes, I have. It's quite extreme, actually. I'm on the lake, though, we have a place out at the lake, so we've been going there right now because we're on shutdown up here, actually, for 28 days. I'm near Toronto, so we've been staying at the lake, and I've been able to build quite the rink. I should send you a picture of it. It's pretty funny.
Muskoka?
No, I'm in Stony Lake down just out of Peterborough, just outside Peterborough.
Cam, ask everybody if they're in Muskoka.
Because that's where everybody's at.
And actually, most of the guys are. They say they are all the time. I love it. Hey, that's so Canadian, though. Like I said, I love it. All the outdoor rinks. Like, who builds it? Are you building it on your own? And what happens if you don't build one? Do you get ticketed in Canada if you don't have your own rink? Is it mandatory to have an outdoor rink?
Yeah, it's mandatory, and I do get ticketed for sure. Yeah, I've been getting ticketed for it. But no, I cut a hole in the ice, and I got a pump, right? So I'm pumping, and I actually put boards up at each end and threw some sponsorship on there with some spray paint. It's pretty good.
Well, is it okay? So it's on your lake. It's because I saw some cats in Calgary skating on some lakes, and they got arrested pretty hardcore. So, like, what is the rules up there in Eureka back home? My buddies, Andy, by the way, were skating on a little pond in Eureka, and they got arrested in 2 seconds.
Really?
Yes. And people in Calgary, I saw that. So, like, what are the rules up there, man? Are you just like in the middle of fucking nowhere? It doesn't even matter.
Basically, we just been sticking to family, and I got 4 kids, so. But we've been staying pretty tight knit. But you're allowed 10 people outside only.
Oh.
There you go.
10 people outside.
See,
That's so weird.
Here in the States, it's 10 people inside. You know?
No, they don't even know what the fuck's going on here. Like, no one knows anything. Okay.
No.
Like, it is what it is.
No, we don't. So your kids are still playing, though, Mark. Are you coaching your kids now? Like, give us an update on where your kids are at with their hockey.
I'm coaching my 7-year-old now. Well, 6-year-old how to skate. She'll be 7 in January. So I'm teaching her. That's my last one. I have a 20-year-old boy that's already gone through the PETE system, and then I got a daughter that's at McGill University, so she's 19. And then I got my youngest son who's waiting in limbo here. He's a Sault Ste. Marie Greyhound. He's going to play his first year, but he can't get out there. Obviously, the season keeps getting pushed back, so we're excited for him, and hopefully he gets a crack at it. He's 17.
Dude, how fun is that? I'm an OHL boy. Of course, you're an OHL boy. And you know how fun that league is too, man. The travel's pretty easy. Of course, it's tough. It's very competitive. You play in Oshawa, which you absolutely dominate. Like, you're got to be pretty pumped. And not to mention, Sault Ste. Marie has a brand new rink, although brand new from when I played. So it's a newer rink. Like, you got to be pretty pumped up. Your kid's going to be playing in the OHL.
Yeah, it's about 20 years old now, the rink. So
yeah, well, whatever.
I know.
I stopped myself.
That's the first. Listen, we'll write that one down. Thanks for the correction there,
You're
Savvy.
pumped that he's playing Neo, though. Come on, Mark.
Guys.
I love it.
That's funny. No, but yeah, I'm super pumped. I mean, if it's only going to be a month or 2 month season too, I might just go down and stay around because it's going to be a 20. They're saying maybe 26 to 36 game season. So it'll be nice to be able to help him out because it's his NHL draft year if that happens too. So I'm so pumped. Yeah, like you said, I love the OHL. It was some of your best days as a kid. No worries in the world. Really enjoyed it. So I'm excited for him to have an opportunity.
Listen, were you like a phenom prior to getting to the OHL? I mean, your numbers in the OHL were absolutely crazy. You had something like 139 points one year, 130 another year, leading the league. But even before you got to junior, like, did you explode in junior, or were you always like just this crazy offensive talent?
It's tough to toot like that, your own horn. But I when I grew up, yeah, like, I mean, we were winning everything through minor hockey, and I was getting most of the MVP stuff like that. But my biggest year was I went and played instead of playing my major Bantam year, I went and played junior B hockey as a 15-year-old, and ended up winning the scoring title there with 44 goals and 55 assists as a 15-year-old. So that's kind of when I kind of knew this is what I wanted to do for a living.
Hey, Mark, can I just say, listen, this is what we do. We pump your fucking tires.
Yeah, I'm pumping your fucking tires up.
And you toot your own horn. That's why you come on. Yeah, listen, you're not coming on here for us. You got to toot your own horn too, man, and let us know how good you were because it didn't happen by accident. But in junior, like, it's kind of crazy, though, looking at the stats, though. 1 year, I think when you scored 139, somebody else at least had 100 points, and he never played in the NHL. I need to know what happened to him. Like,
it happens, though,
Andy. Like, what happened to this guy? But the other year, I think the second leading scorer had like 62 points, something crazy like that. You're just getting all the points? I mean, where were your line mates there, Savvy?
Yeah, that's funny you say that. My line mates didn't get too many points. It was weird. Yeah, I mean, I was spread out a little bit, spread the offense. But I think a lot of it came, I'd play the whole power play, and I would play the point for the first minute of the power play, then I would play forward on the second minute. So I got a lot of ice time, though. I had some good coaches and through junior hockey, and it was a lot of fun. But yeah, it's an odd stat to look back. Like you said, it's a weird. Even the 139 point year, I'm not sure someone reached 100 points. I think 80 might have been the most. So
damn.
Yeah, I moved it around a bit with most guys, so it was a lot of fun.
Who's in that league then? Like, there's got to be another big superstar, and you just blew him out of the fucking water. Who?
Joe Thornton.
I never heard of him.
Thornton. Yeah, so I battled Big Joe for a couple scoring titles, and I nipped him. But He was one of them. Wayne Primo was on my team. And I mean, there was a lot of players. I remember Vitaly Yakhtimev. I don't know if you remember that name. He was a big time scorer in the junior league those years. So there was a lot of good players. Dan Cleary was a really big time player back in junior too. And he had a nice NHL career. So
Newfie.
There was a lot of good players.
Dude, yeah. No World Juniors for you though? Like, how'd that happen?
So the honest truth to that is the year that I went to a summer camp the one year in Montreal, and then I was having a big time start again with Oshawa. I was leading the league in scoring, I think by 11 points coming up to Christmas. We went into Guelph. We had just traded for Wayne Primo, and on my first shift with him, he took the draw, and I was coming around the top of the circle, and I got pushed a bit, and one of those awkward ankle injuries where my ankle went under me and I snapped it.
Hey.
So I broke my ankle. Yeah, it wasn't very much fun. So yeah, I was hurt through that World Junior. So I think that would have been my year to have my best crack at making it. So
well, then you get drafted by the Rangers, but like you put all these points up. Didn't you think you're gonna go in the earlier than that?
Top 10.
Like fucking top 10. You're blowing everybody's fucking doors off. Like, what did your agent say to you throughout that process?
That was a tough process going to that draft in Edmonton that year. I was rated high in the third round kind of thing. And, you're pacing around, waiting for the draft to come up there a couple of days early and doing some interviews and stuff. And then, the night before the draft, I can remember like it was yesterday, Bob McKenzie coming on saying, watch for Marc Savard to maybe jump up here in the draft and get picked earlier. And so you're sitting there and you're watching guys, even guys on my team with no disrespect going ahead of me. And you're like, oh God, I should be going ahead of that guy. So I got a little frustrated. And then finally my agent came to me and he said that the Rangers are going to take you here in the fourth round. And sure enough, I went to the Rangers and the rest is history. But it was a tough day going to that draft. Something I don't know if I'd recommend if you're rated outside the three top.
The Cam and Strick Podcast is brought to you by CarShield. Nothing more frustrating, Cam, than when that engine light comes on and right off the bat, you're going to have to spend thousands of dollars to repair your vehicle. Call 800-857-2481. Mention the promo code CAM or visit carshield.com and use the code CAM to save 10%. Yeah. That's carshield.com. A deductible may apply. Save yourself money. Sign up and get your coverage now with carshield.com. Now back to the interview. Yeah, you shouldn't go.
I was a fucking fourth rounder.
I always feel bad for that. Isn't that so bad, like how the scouts can be? That like you're putting up 100+ points, 120 points. And Cam Jansen is also rated as a fourth rounder. They have you in the same category. It's so embarrassing.
Second to fourth. I was rated higher than him. He had 140 points.
I mean, seriously, that's bad scouting, but you proved him wrong, and you were, obviously had a great NHL career and put up a ton of points.
Damn right.
I got to ask you, though, about playing with Gretzky. Gretzky just came on the podcast with us, man. He was great. Yeah. I mean, I see it from you, like watching interviews and reading some of your comments, Savvy, about being an NHL player, being at that level, and being able to play with this guy. And what an honor it was, and like just had to be unbelievable for you. Like we just had him on the podcast as an interview, and it's such an honor to be able to talk to him, but to play with him as a young kid, watching him play. Like, describe that feeling for us.
Well, I mean, he was my idol growing up. I emulated everything he did. Tucked my jersey, and I ended up untucking it when I played with him because I couldn't take the heat anymore. So, but I watched his every move, and here's a funny story. He actually, when I played, I came into the league, and Nike was the big equipment back then, and I had everything Nike. I just loved it, the skates all the way up to the helmet, gloves, and the pants. And Gretzky bought Hespeler, and Gretz kind of said, "Sadie, you want to wear Hespeler?" And I came out the next practice, head to toe Hespeler. And the boys were just all over me. But, so I switched to Hespeler. But again, he was my idol growing up. And to play, his last 2 years, I got to play with him. And especially the last couple games there, the tour and then Ottawa and then the game at home against Pittsburgh where I snuck in there. And that last picture ever, if you ever look closely, I'm right on his lap there. Right tucked in. I don't know how that ever happened, but it ended up turning out well for me. Anytime
you take a picture, I'm going to give everybody advice. Sneak your fucking way in one way or the other next to a big superstar because it can go down in history.
Oh, yeah.
But even like you're a young kid, you're in New York, and you see him in the locker room and shit. Like, are you trying to talk to him? Like, do you see him and you see, like, how do they treat him compared to everybody else too? Like when you have a Wayne Gretzky on your team, man, it's not an easy thing to deal with because everything completely changes as far as travel and the way you're set up everywhere you go.
Yeah, you're bang on. I was tight. I'm not gonna lie. Being around him, and but he makes you feel. He lets you know actually that he's normal, right? Like you get a little nervous. He'll even just say like, "Hey, I'm just a normal guy." So just he'll tell you because he knows how much of a presence he was. He knows how many people looked up to him growing up. So he made you feel comfortable. He joked around, and we had Kevin Stevens on our team that year too, and he's the funniest guy ever. And he used to rip Gretz like no other, and he'd have us all crying. So that made it really comfortable too when Kevin was around because he just made everybody feel good. So it was a great thing.
Glad you brought Kevin up, though. We had him on the pod too, and he went through. Did you know? Because that was when Kevin got caught too in St. Louis. Was probably when you were with him, right? Right,
yeah,
Mark?
Yeah, no, yeah, he was unreal, and I played a whole year where he was completely sober, and it was unbelievable. He ended up getting, I think, 22, 23 goals that year, and I remember that was my very first year in the league, and he would tell me some stories, and not the full story because he said you don't want to hear this kid, and it was quite the thing. But that year we went into St. Louis, I remember, and we were at a bar, and we had got snowed in. This is a year before this other thing happened, and I remember leaving that night, and I think he had like 42 O'Douls.
Wow.
Yes. Because you crave the sugar.
Bill, but no, yeah, exactly. But just a fantastic human being, and he was one of my favorite players that I ever played with for sure.
Yeah, and like Cam said, he did come on, and like Neil Smith came on too, and like they just told some amazing stories. But for Kevin Stevens to open up about his life, man, and his story was really just an unbelievable, thing to hear from him, especially. What about a guy like Kovalev? Listen, I don't know how much you play with him, but as a skilled guy like you, would you be in awe of his skill? Like, what were your thoughts when you first, laid eyes on him in terms of what his future would be as a hockey player?
Hands down the most talented guy that I've ever seen in my entire life. He was phenomenal. Some of the things he did were just, would leave you in awe all the time. And I can remember I got to play on his line a couple of times. He's one of the first guys that ever told me that when he has the puck to get away from him, go away. Like he doesn't want you near him because he wants to do his thing and he'll run into you. So he was a treat to watch, practice, his shot. I mean, it was amazing. Yeah, he's by far the most talented guy that I ever played with.
So you end up, you bounce around a little bit and you go to Calgary but it seems like when you got to Atlanta is when things just really just took off for you, and you're playing with Kovalchuk.
Oh boy,
who also was on the pod. I hate saying that, but it's just funny, man. But this guy was he's an unbelievable, talent. He was young. Danny Heatley, you played with, man. Like that experience being with those young guys and helping those guys mature into NHL superstars. What was that like?
That was a treat. I had a rough time in Calgary there when I got traded. I had Greg Gilbert as my coach. We called him Iron Mike because he played for Mike Keenan, and we used to joke around that he thought he was Iron Mike. But that didn't work out well. And then I got traded. Craig Button didn't want to trade me. I can remember going in his office a couple of times, and he didn't want to do it. And then he traded me for Ruslan Zanuland, who? Don't even know if he's a real person. But then I went into Atlanta, and Bob Hartley came in there, and I had played against Bob being with the Flames. He was with Colorado, and he was from my area. I'm an Ottawa boy. He's Hawkesbury, and I was his first meeting, I think, when he came in, and he just said, "Savvy, I know what you can do, and the ball's in your court. If you want it, I'm going to give you minutes. You just got to go out and do it." And it kind of just banged from there. I just got my feel back and ended up putting up some numbers, and like you said, playing with Ilya Kovalchuk, Heatley, Marian Hossa, even Vasiliev Kozlov. I mean, I went through some good wingers up there, and our power play was as good as anybody, and that's where a lot of the points come from in the National Hockey League. You can ask any top player, I think. And, yeah, those guys were great, and working with them every day. And Kobe, me and him just had a connection, and It wasn't in the defensive zone, that's for sure.
No.
I had a connection with him, but it wasn't on the ice.
It's all well, yeah. Hey, man, you're instant offense. It's so funny you bring up Greg Gilbert though. Like we had Pat Maroon on, who like had a pretty big run-on with this guy in the minors, and they ended up sending him home.
right.
And then Gilbert got fired. Like had nothing positive to say about this guy. I don't hear anybody say much positive stuff to say about Gilbert, but like you can't control your coach at the NHL level. Like how do you what do you tell young guys who are trying to play through that, Savvy, where maybe the coach doesn't like them, they don't see eye to eye with the coach, but they still have to come to work every day?
Yeah, it was one of the toughest experiences in my life for sure. Coming to the rink every day, and I was on not a great hockey team back then. We weren't making the playoffs, and I was averaging around 60 points, and I was playing with Iggy a lot, and Iggy liked me, and we played together a lot. And he was even I had a healthy scratch for like 7 straight games, and I can remember Iggy being, and they weren't even winning. We weren't even winning as a team, and he'd be in the office telling Greg, "You got to play this guy," blah blah blah. But again, I just kept coming to work, and like you said, getting stag skated after practice. That was a real tough one because you're like, this is getting crazy, especially so many games in a row not playing. And then finally that day I got traded was a blessing. And then watching these other guys, young guys, it's tough to tell. It's tough to talk because you don't know what they're thinking. You just got to tell them, like you said, you got to come to the rink every day, ready to work, ready to try and get better. And some coaches are going to like you, some coaches aren't. It's just the way it is. And as a player, you got to find a way to work through that or get away from it. And in that situation, I was lucky to get away from it.
Who else is on that Atlanta team? I remember going down to Atlanta and playing. And it was such a weird building too, right? You're like underneath the railroad tracks are right there. You go underneath the highway system. You go on there. You got one side that the fans are looking down upon you. But that team that you played on, like, was Eric Bolton on that team too? By the way,
Boltsy. I played junior with Boltsy too in Oshawa, right? So me and him are tight. Yeah, so we go way back.
You guys must have had a blast.
We were together every day.
You must have had a blast. Is that town fun though? Like, explain the town. Like, you get done with a game. Maybe there's not that many people there, but what'd you guys all do? You have Covey on that team. You got Bolts on that team. Was Walt on that team too for a time?
I think you were gone when Walt got there, right?
Walt gone? Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Well, how was the city?
Fun.
How was the city though, and all that stuff? Because it's gone now, and people kind of are curious about that town.
Yeah, the city wasn't great. Our practice rink was like 40 minutes out in Duluth.
Oh.
So it was almost like a rush to get back home after games and stuff. So that aspect, wasn't great. But like you said, we had a great group of guys to hang out with on the road. Scott and Mel and me too.
Oh yeah.
I was really, me and Mel lived beside each other in Sugarloaf. We had a great setup there though, living at TPC Sugarloaf, gated community, golfing every day. That was a nice part of it. And like you said though, the rink, the atmosphere, it was great that I got a change. And I think that's why I ran into Boston. I just loved going there as a player. The rink was full every night. The fans were involved. And I knew when I became a free agent that, that was at the top of my list. And like you said, Atlanta was fun. The guys were fun on the road. Like you said, we had a great time on the road. Boltsy, Covey, Mellenby, Heater, Causey. Like, we had a great time. So, but again, like the hockey part, not so good.
I could hear it in your voice when Cam brought up Eric Bolton, because like Cam's always like, dude, we got to get this guy on, man. He's hilarious. So he's awesome. So you go way back, like so you second that for Cam. Cam's like, we got to get him on the podcast. So he be good on here or what?
He'd be awesome. He's hilarious. He was a great guy, and I remember when he used to fight in junior. He has that rock hard, huge head.
Oh yeah.
And he would stand there, and his game plan in fighting, and the crowd just went crazy. He would stand there and put his arms on the guy, let the guy swing as many times as he wanted. Then he'd look at the crowd and give it a big woo.
Yeah. And then in the locker room, eh?
Hey, let's talk about the new Bud Light Seltzer.
Oh, yeah.
It's an easy drinking hard seltzer that comes in 4 delicious fruit flavors. Black cherry, strawberry, lemon lime, and Cam's favorite, mango.
Oh,
With
mango.
only 100 calories, 5% alcohol, and less than a gram of sugar, you might as well have a few tonight or this weekend. Go to BudLight.com to buy Bud Light Seltzer online. Must be 21 years of age or older. Bud Light Seltzer. Unquestionably good.
Yeah.
Now, back to the interview.
he'll knock you out with that big right hand too, and he's like 235. Like he will suck in his gut when he's around the boys, and he'll look ripped out. But then when his gut like extends, he's fat. Okay, let's be honest with ourselves. He's like 20 pounds overweight. Just the best of the best, and he'll entertain that damn locker room. And Bolts and I had to do that throughout that 2012 year. We two of the tough guys on the team. Luke kept us both on, and we'd have to entertain the locker room. And he was so damn funny, man. It's hard to explain.
Oh yeah, he's one of the funniest guys in the room, especially. You're right, and it's just nonstop. He can get to the part of annoyance though, that he's so he's just trying to be funny the whole day long, and it gets tiring.
You want to punch him in the face. You want to punch him in the fucking face. No, I know.
Oh yeah, you want to punch him in the face. But like you said, I think he's been 236 since he's 12 years old. Like he's had that same body since the day I met him. But he comes into camp, and like you said, he holds that thing in. He looks jacked.
Yeah.
And then a week in, it's hanging over his belt, and you're laughing at him. But it's great. He's a great guy.
That's funny. Hey, before we get into Boston, man, because so many people remember you as a Boston Bruin, and I want to dive deep into that. But you coached here in St. Louis last year. You kind of came on board, and then you left. You didn't stick around, whatever. I mean, was it just not for you? Did you not enjoy it? Like, what was your experience like coming to the rink every day as an assistant coach? Was it what you thought it would be? Like, break that down for us.
No, it was what I thought it'd be. I got to play in the East a lot. Travel was real tough on me, but I did love it. Got along with everybody great, and really had a great season. I think we went from like 12 to third on the power play during the year.
Yep.
Got along with the players really well, enjoyed doing the video stuff. But, I only had the 1-year deal. Army offered me, I had a 1-year, they could pick up the contract, whatever.
Option. Whatever.
Another year. Option. That's the word I'm looking for. Sometimes my vocabulary
Mine too.
Yeah. So they had an option year. Army picked up the option, and but at the beginning of the year before I did it, it was my first year coaching, and we had that chat that I, if I didn't want to do it, he wouldn't be hard on me to come back and blah, blah, blah. So it was a mutual agreement. There might have been even a 2-year deal offered there to me to come back, but I liked it. It was a lot of work. I would do it again for sure, but COVID hit, and I got the family, and my son's going to play junior. It just made sense to take a step back again for a year. And if I get another opportunity, and maybe go after it again another time.
What's the bitch of it, though? It's got to be the video shit, right? Like, seriously, though. Like, there's so much time consumed. Like, what's the bitch? It's got to be sitting there breaking down the video, right?
There's two bitches of it, and one is the video and losing your eyesight throughout the year, because I had a great eyesight, and then after that, my eyes are bad now after 1 year being on the video.
Yeah, man.
And then the other thing is skating the extra guy after. I know how they feel. You don't want to do that to another guy. I played the game. It's terrible. So, but we had a good staff, obviously, Otter and Van Ryan, and Chief didn't hang around too late after practice, obviously. But we would try and scrimmage, like do little, have some fun with the guys, not just skate them every day. We'd play 3-on-3 and have tournaments and try and keep it light, because we knew as a player just going out and getting bagged every day, that's not fun for anybody.
No. And you bring that player's perspective, and you were such a good player, man. I mean, and you got along with all different types of players, from the superstars to the guys who fought and whatever, just based on who you're talking about, like in our conversation here. So the reality is, but help us understand, though, Savvy, for people who don't know, like coaching in the NHL, like it's not that glamorous, right? I mean, the head coaches make a lot of money. You can make a lot of money as an assistant too, but it's a lot of work.
Yeah, you can double say that, triple say that, because Chief's a great man, and that man, and I've never, I played with him, and he's funny and everything. He's stressed all day long, he's thinking all the time. He's making changes, and we're not at the rink for 6-7 hours a day. He's calling me on the phone after, throwing things at you. It's every day, and when you get on the little losing skid, it just makes everything a little tenser. So yeah, it's not all it's worked up to be, but again, we love the combat, we love the battle, and I think that's why we like to do it, and that's why I got back into it. I missed it, and I really enjoyed this season doing that stuff. And But again, it's a tough job. It's not all glamorous, like you said.
Yeah. All right. Let's talk about Boston. All right. You eventually land in Boston. Listen, the fans love you there. Like I covered the Stanley Cup final in 2011 and just got a good feel for how much they loved you, even though you couldn't play in the Stanley Cup final. But what clicked for you? Why do you think you were such a good fit in that market?
I just knew I wanted to play there. I was excited about playing there. I when I got there, I know Wayne Primo was there, and then that off season was the big season for the first time, and I had 4 teams all around the same number at that time. And I'll tell you, it was Boston, Calgary again, and Iggy was calling me on the side trying to get me back there. The Rangers again, and then Nashville, and everybody was right there. But something about Boston, going in there, the Garden, the yellow seats, and the brightness of the rink, and I always had good nights there. I wanted to be a Bruin, and I went in there. One of my favorite cities, that it was my favorite city that I ended up playing in. Loved the people. And it was just a match made in heaven. And then, playing with some of the guys I got to play with there too, Glenn Murray, PJ Axelson my first couple of years, Marco Sturm, and then through Phil Kessel, who was a great goal scorer and gets a bad rap. He's actually a great kid. And then, Luch and down the line. But it was just a great city, and the fans were engaged 100%. Whether it was a game on Monday night or a game on Saturday night, you got to sell the building.
Time to talk about our boy Dan Bellman. Bellman.com. That's with 2 N's, not one. BEHLMANN.com. Hey, check out the new inventory. Check out the pre-owned vehicles. You looking for a Chrysler, a Dodge, a Jeep, a Ram? How about a Cadillac or a Buick GMC? All in Troy, Missouri. Get your new wheels in time for the winter. Now back to the interview.
How was Big Z? Did you hang with him? Was he just like, he comes in the locker room, he shows his face, he does his job, he stay out? Does he hang with the guys? Like, how's your relationship with the big boy?
Well, Big Z, great guy, and he was one of the reasons I came to Boston as well. That year, Charlie had called and made his offer to me as a free agent, and he let it simmer for a bit, and then I hear, about a half hour later, that's Zdeno Chara time with the Boston Bruins. And then I'm like calling my agent, like, I'm not going to pick. He goes, nope, Peter just called. He said, you got an hour to decide or they're going to go on another route. And so I knew that, bang, they're going to try and win. And they're making great steps forward for it. So I went and then got there, and Big Z, full business all the time. There are no giggles around Big Z. He's a battler, works hard all the time. I could get him to laugh. I was one of the few guys that could get him to laugh, but it was for a very short time. And I wrestled him one time. His dad was a Roman Greek Olympic champion, right? So I wrestled Z in front of the guys on a mat. He had to be on his knees with one arm, and he took me down, and I think both my ears were bleeding by the time we were done. He played with my ears for a half hour, and it was wasn't very fun.
That's kind of hot.
Cauliflower ear.
Don't fuck with anybody cauliflower ear.
You may be the only person who's ever wrestled. Has anybody ever done that? Wrestled the Big Z? This is a story for the ages, Mark.
I don't think so. I don't think anybody wants to after they saw me. It was, and I can remember guys fighting him, and like they were so nervous to fight him. And I know, I like being around Bolts and being around all those guys. I know how the day-to-day lives are, and it's tough when you're going again. I know Cam can attest to it. But when guys had to fight Big Z from the other team, it was like, oh God, you didn't want to watch it yourself because you thought something bad was going to happen. He was going to knock someone into oblivion. And but he was strong, boy. He was strong as an ox for sure. Hey,
Bergeron was just named captain today by the Bruins. Like, your thoughts on that? Like, he'll be a great captain, right? It's a pretty obvious choice.
Oh yeah, obvious choice. Quiet kind of leader. I know he's gotten a little bit more verbal, but a guy comes to the rink every day to work. Easy guy to talk to. That was an easy choice, I think, for the Bruins to make. But again, I just heard that. You guys just told me that, so I should send him a message. But that's great news.
Yeah, do that.
Well deserved for Patrice.
Yeah. See,
I know.
We're the bearer.
Hey, listen, will you tell
here.
him in the text? Will you say, "Hey, the Cam and Strick podcast just told me that
We announced it. We knew before him.
And they want you on next week, so just come on the podcast.
Okay, so yeah, do that for us, please. We're not pathetic, by the way. So, Mark, listen, you went through some bad concussions, man. I've been through a couple. Like, well, okay, so first off, let me try to set this up. Andy's giving me the look because he's probably supposed to be asking this question, but you get rocked. I saw the hit. I used to have those hits too, the back check hits, you know, where you're coming down, you dump the puck in, or you cut to the middle and you shoot it and you get hit. He caught you good. First off, what's your take on players like Cooke and Ralphie Torres, who maybe won't stick up for themselves, but do hit guys like that? I mean, is there any like animosity towards them, or you like forgive them? Like, what do you think of players like that?
Well, I mean, there's never been any room for it in the game, especially when you don't back it up, I believe. And, I never threw those hits because obviously I wasn't going to back it up. So, that's one thing I wish they would have done, back that stuff up. But again, I've never really made any big comments on it. It's just, we all know the player that he was, and I think it kind of just leave it at that. But, I went through some dark times for sure. Really dark times, was able to get through it with good family and good friends, and, tried to make a comeback, and it didn't work out so well. It took a lot away from my game. But again, it was a tough situation, and, I never knew the hit until I watched it, so the only way that I remember the hit was from watching it myself, because I didn't know what happened. But, it was a tough play. I think if you ever watch it again, you count. I kind of got rid of the puck for about 2-3 steamboats before the hit came. So unfortunate, and I'm glad there's a rule out of it, and they've really clamped down on it in the National League, and guys are abiding by it. So that's nice to see.
And listen, Tim Peel was on the ice for that hit as a referee, because there was no penalty on the play, because there was no real head hits, no penalties for head hits at the time. But it was such a dirty play, man. I mean, it was dirty. I'll say it right now. I thought it was absolutely dirty. And I'm glad they got those out of the league right now. Has he ever called to apologize? Did he ever check in on you?
Supposedly the night of, there was a call made by him, and I obviously wasn't in a talking mood. So that was the only time he's ever reached out to this day, was one call. So that's the only time,
but that happens too. Like I remember hitting Pruss one time, broke his jaw. It's kind of one of those clip hits, right? You know what I'm talking about, when you're coming down, you dump the puck in. Like that was kind of the thing where you're back checking hard, and you're going to get a guy that doesn't know what his decision is going to be at the blue line. But I remember calling him right off the bat, Brandon Pruss, and then nothing happened. So maybe he got it, maybe he didn't. He didn't answer it. His agent got it, or whatever the case is. So I don't know. It's just such a weird thing. But the rule came about, and you can't have those hits anymore. So in the end, it was a net positive one way or the other as far as the rulings are concerned.
Well, exactly. And, you think about all the other guys that might have been saved now from this hit, because guys don't, they shy away from it now. And so I think the rule is great, and I'm glad I'll be remembered maybe somehow from the NHL. So that's good.
Oh, don't be like that. Please. Don't be are you fucking kidding me? Stop it.
But apparently, Savvy, like Chris King, I guess he was on his way to the GM meetings the night that hit took place, and had called some people around the league and said, hey, listen, this is what I'm going to the league with. This is the type of hit that we're trying to eliminate from the NHL right now. Did the league talk to you? Did they get your take on anything before they changed the rule? Did you have any input on that?
I had heard from Mike Murphy briefly back in the day, if I recall, but it wasn't too much on putting a rule in at the time. But I think it was more to talk about about him not getting suspended, and why he didn't get suspended, and that there wasn't a rule in place. So I think that's all I heard about it. But so I didn't hear from anybody else, but I'm just glad there's a rule now.
Yes, that's 20 games now, dude. That's 20 games now. How do you feel, man? Like, look, you made your money. You're a Stanley Cup champion. Your name's on the cup. You got the cup. You got everything. Like, how do you feel? Do you have dark times? And explain when at the worst, when that fucking went down. Like, was it like I can't look at the sunlight? I can't watch TV? Like, break down the hardcore part of that whole scenario for you.
Well, I'll start with the dark time first, and then I'll go into the good times. But when I was at my darkest time, I can remember going in with my therapist, and they do a rating, and I guess I was rated, and I would never ever, think that I would ever do it, but it was suicidal. Basically, was the rating that I had been given on a chart. So that was awkward, and so I worked through those days. But the light, like you said, I was almost living a backwards life. I slept through the whole day, got up at nighttime just because it was easier on my head to adjust to the light and it being dark. So I went through that, and then, like you said, recovered 100%. I still take some medication a little bit, just one pill that kind of helps me get through. And I'm doing great. I got a great family, great wife, a young daughter, and she's amazing. And and 3 other beautiful kids, and we're able to share. We have the lake house, which we really enjoy. I got a golf course, which I love golf just as much as anything now, and I can boat to the golf course. So I'm enjoying life, that's for sure. And I enjoyed taking a chance back in the National Hockey League last year, and I'm grateful to Chief for giving me that opportunity. And I hope it comes about again, because I'd like another crack at it, and it would be a lot of fun.
Yeah, and you will get another crack at it. I mean, there's no question about that. I mean, obviously, with your career and your relationships and the people that you know, somebody will call you. But that's crazy, man. When you hear that about, like, suicidal, like, was that just like the rating system, or were you truly going through stuff like that? Because we've had so many guys on, Mark, and listen, guys, reach out with substance abuse, whatever it is. Like, were you always able to stay on the straight and narrow, or did your life get off track at some point?
It got a little off track, but it was, I never felt like I had those things going through my head as any suicidal thoughts. It was a rating scale that he had used. Dr. Durant, Steve Durant, and there's another guy I should mention. He was fantastic. He worked with, I don't know if you guys remember Bergeron when he got hit from Jones from behind and missed the whole season. Yeah. That was basically the year before I got what happened to me. So, Patrice, said you should go see this guy. He's fantastic, and he was amazing. But he's the one that did my initial test, and that's how it came out. And he had talked to me about it, and we kept it out in the open, and so we just worked through it, and got through it to where I am today.
Cam and Strick Podcast here for Canadips.
Oh yeah.
CanadipsCBD.com. Check it out. Check out all flavors. Have you been chewing? You know how old chew is? Get in with the new. Get in with CBD. Canadips. Check out all the flavors. Get yourself a California roll today and find out which one is best for you. Mention the promo code Cam and Strick and you'll save 50%. CanadipsCBD.com. Now back to the interview. I remember Steve Simmons wrote some stupid article. You started doing media stuff, and he was critical of you now being in the media. Then he tried to apologize.
Really?
Oh, yeah, because saying
I'll back him up.
that he wasn't answering his phone when he was hurt and stuff like that. I don't know what he was saying. I was just reading about that today. I kind of remember it actually when it happened. What was your reaction to his comments and the story that he wrote?
Well, it was tough to read because it just came out of the blue. And, when I started doing some media stuff in Toronto, it almost felt like a jealousy thing from him. But, at the end of the day, what needs to be said about Steve Simmons? I mean, everybody else says it about him, what kind of person he is. So I didn't really attack back. I might have put a little line in there, and it helped me get through it. But, I didn't attack back, and everybody else took care of it for me. And it was great to see him, get that from other people.
Yeah. All right.
You got shit on a little bit.
The Humwick hit, and listen, man, I watched the replay again this morning, Mark, and listen, you opened up with the Players Tribune. I thought it was an unbelievable story, how it was written, what you had to say, because the reality is that can help a lot of people too. I mean, a lot of people are going through what you went through. They can read that and maybe feel like there could be light at the end of the tunnel. But when you take that hit, you said you knew it was over right away. I mean, did you truly know that you were done? You'd never play in the NHL again?
I guess you never truly know because, the hockey player in you keeps coming back from injury. You keep wanting to get back out there. That's just what you're taught to do. But on that hit, it wasn't even a violent hit. Like you said, you watched it. My head just kind of, they had the rock glass back then in Colorado. My head just kind of slung and hit off the glass. And I can remember dropping to my knees and just seeing all black. And my eyes were open though. And I was like, whoa, this isn't good. And I remember the trainer came out and I said to Donnie, I don't Donnie Del Negro was a trainer, and I said, I couldn't see there for 10 seconds, like with my eyes open.
Oh.
I said, this isn't good. And I can remember going in and sitting in the room by myself because they were finishing the period and thinking, this might be it. I was having a tough time. I remember Claude Julien coming to me and saying, stay with it. You're going to be okay. And it was a tough time, and that was the last time I ever played.
Wow.
Damn, man.
Yeah, we had Ryan Clough on,
Chloe, yeah.
I mean, pretty innocent reverse shoulder from Steiner, actually. And that was the last shift he ever played in the NHL. So
great guy.
I mean, you just never know when something like that's going to go down. But I saw another hit that you took from Derek Anglin. That looked like maybe one of the worst ones of all of them that you took. And I know that was right after you came back, too. You can correct me if I'm wrong, when you came back from the Cooke hit. But you just recovered fine. You didn't miss any time with that, did you?
Yeah, so when I came back from the Cooke hit, I missed some time there. And then that was one of my first games back was the Anglin hit. I know it's when you're talking about. I'd come across the blue line, and I turned up to hit someone coming in late. And my head was exposed, and it's like my back was behind me towards the goal line, and he had come across and put a normal hit, but my head got crunched into the boards, just my head. And when I talk about that test of a hockey player, I'd just gotten back, and I did not feel great after that hit, but I didn't want to tell the trainers. I just wanted to play, and then we traveled out to Colorado after that game. It was like we were right out there. And I can remember thinking, I don't feel great, but this is a test. I got to pass this test to myself, and I'm going to be fine. I'm going to be fine. And again, I know what happens after that. But, yeah, that was the hit that kind of, got me, I think, more than the Hunwick, got me, headed back down that path.
Yeah, that was scary, man, watching that. But I got to tell you, though, watching you score the overtime goal against Philly,
Lord.
man.
Oh, Lord.
And I know everyone talks about your celebrations.
I got that stick, by the way.
It was so cool to see. And, for your kids to be able to see that and watch that. I don't know how old they were at the time. But you can look back on that. When you go back and watch that, and I don't even know how you thought to shoot at the time because it was such a bang-bang play where you just shot from an interesting angle and beat Brian Boucher, man. But when you go back and watch that, how good does that make you feel? Can you put yourself in the mindset where you take yourself back there to know exactly what that felt like in the moment?
Yeah, I can. 100%. I battled through everything I battled through, and it was my first game back in the playoffs, and no business really scoring. I did nothing in my 13 minutes or 14 minutes of ice time, to be honest. I just touched the ice and came back to the bench.
I know how that is.
Just to get a skate. And, yeah, so anyway, get out there in overtime, and Claude puts me out there, and, maybe, I don't know, 2-3 minutes in, and kind of a little bit of a turnover, bouncing puck, and I just shoot at the net. And it just, as the crowd erupted, I just kind of went with it. All that negative stuff that had happened, just to flip it right to joy and make it feel like it was all worth it and all in that moment. And, yeah, it's something I'll never forget, like you said.
So when you have a couple bottles of wine in you, you're looking over the beautiful lake that you have, you got your boat leading you to the golf course, you have a beautiful setup. When you're chilling on the dock and your mind's right, do you click back to that moment? Do you look back on positivity throughout your NHL career? Because you goddamn should, Mark. You need to look at that lake and say, this is why the fuck I'm sitting here right now. I know you get my drift, though. You got to stay positive with shit, man. And I know that demon's still in the back of your head because you got concussed. But is that the process in your brain, man? When you're chilling with your family, you look back on your hockey career and you see moments like that, right?
Exactly, and that's the ones you want to remember. And like you said, the Sully was huge, and
damn right.
But again, it makes you feel better when you watch it. So I like you said, yeah, I sit on that dock and couple wines or beers in, and yeah, and the odd time someone mentions it or puts it on, and it definitely gives you joy for a brief time. So I owe a lot and everything I have to the National Hockey League, and it was the greatest, I guess, years of my playing career and going on with junior. So I owe it all to them. And even though the hit happened, again, I'm thankful to be able to play in the National Hockey League.
Yeah, what kind of boat do you have?
Yeah, what kind of boat do you got? You got a center console. What do you got going? Are you a fisherman? What do you got? We got one more question for you. So I need to know what the hell you're doing here, buddy.
I got a 22-foot. I'm a wake surfer. I got a Malibu. Custom design inside, so it's like a teal on the outside with a camel interior. It's a beauty. So we love it, and we have a lot of fun on, especially the kids and doing wake surfing.
Jet engine.
Jet engine,
Yeah, for the surfer.
Yeah.
So you don't get your Andy doesn't know shit.
Cam thinks he knows everything about boats.
I do.
And he knows nothing about boats.
I do.
Okay.
So you don't get your fucking leg cut off when you're wake surfing because you could surf the. Never mind.
Hey, are you
Mark,
still,
you're the man,
Are
dude.
you still taping sticks?
Thanks, guys.
Are you still taping sticks?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I got to get back on air and do some. My fans keep reaching out, but I'm taping sticks for all the kids around and everything like that. But I got to get back to doing that. I miss it.
Are you getting back in the media though? Like, I mean, you did some stuff with Sportsnet. Like, are you looking to get back in the media? Like, how is your phone ringing off the hook right now, Mark? Like, give us the next step for you before we let you go.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I've had some interviewing processes on different things with the media. Maybe getting back into some color, maybe, and we'll see what happens, what comes of it. So I definitely want to keep involved in the game. You know, I love the game, and again, like I said, I owe everything I have to the game. So if I can help out and maybe do some color or get back into some media stuff, that might be something next year that I get into.
You're the man, dude.
Hey,
enjoy yourself.
I have one last question, though.
Jesus, Andy, let the fucking guy
last
go.
one, because there's going to be some St. Louis listeners. We got
Fuck,
listeners elsewhere too.
annoying.
But just being here for 1 year in St. Louis, like, your thoughts on the team heading into this year? Like, who really stood out for you on this roster that you said, wow, I left feeling completely different about this guy than I did when I first got here?
Sorry, Mark.
Well, I'll start with Chief. Like, I mean, I respect that guy so much, and I can't believe he's the most known athlete in St. Louis right now. I think for sure. Like, we go out everywhere, he can't do anything. So he was amazing. And but again, like some of the guys like Ryan O'Reilly, just the little things every day that he does, his hand-eye coordination. He's out the first guy on the ice. And I know it's an old saying, but the last guy off. Yeah. He's out there working. We gotta kick him off the ice sometimes. The pregame skates, options, we got to tell him you're not going out today and take a stick or skates away and hide them. So he was one of the guys. But some of the other guys too, Braden Shen, I didn't know he was as good as he is. He's a great hockey player. David Perron, I loved working with him on the power play. He's such a key cog. Petro, I really enjoyed him and really worked hard with him. He was never really a first power play guy, and I think when we worked together, I was able to get him to move, get him in different positions, and I enjoyed that. Jaden Schwartz, another great hard-working guy, and the list goes on. And that power play really, they had all kinds of different things they brought to the table and tangibles, and it just ended up working out really well. And I'm gonna miss all those guys for sure.
All right, Savvy.
We're gonna miss you.
They'll
too,
miss
buddy.
you too, man.
Damn right.
Hey, thanks for doing this, man. We've been trying to get this done, and it was great to have you here in St. Louis. And all the best to your son and the OHL, and hopefully they get that season up, and we'll be in touch, man. All the best,
boy.
Okay, boys, I really appreciate it. And I'll throw a plug in there with Bergie for you, try and get him on the show, okay?
Yeah. Tell him I'll call him later.
Yeah, damn right. See you, big dog. Enjoy yourself.
Thanks,
okay,
Savvy.
Take care, guys. Thanks.
See you, man.
Thanks, guys.
That was Marc Savard, episode number 105. Man, he played with some great teams.
Yeah, he did.
I feel like all his teammates liked him too, man.
He dominated juniors.
He didn't like Greg Gilbert, the coach, though. He's not the first person that I heard say that.
Yeah, maybe I've heard that too, I think.
Well, Patty Maroon said the same thing.
Oh, that's right.
Dude, your memory.
Dude,
Are you
we've done
okay?
a million of these fucking things.
Can we get a sponsor to
For
help
memory
Cam's
loss?
memory?
How am I supposed to?
How do you even know
two
what
a
days
week?
of the week that we're even doing this?
Because I have my own radio show a day. I get mixed up with doing radio show. I get mixed up with the fucking podcast. I get mixed up doing other shit for people. I get mixed up. All I do is radio shit all day long. I don't remember where I heard that from.
Greg Gilbert.
I fucking forget.
I think you played for the
get
Blues.
your own show every day. Maybe it'll happen to you.
Yeah, I'd had it for like 15 years.
When?
For a long time.
Well, when was this? No, so do it again, and then maybe your brain will be fucked up too.
Zero interest. Honestly.
Okay.
I really mean that.
Don't go down this path. Go ahead.
I mean, you can.
You started
You're new.
chirping.
You love it.
Fuck
You love
off.
it. It's like a big deal to you. You love that.
Well, because they want me. They only want me to do 2 hours, Andy. It's not like a big deal. I'm like, debate. Like, shut the fuck up.
Hey, you need an agent to negotiate your deals for you.
Then do it for me.
Well, tell them to call me.
Who?
I'll take 15%.
Who?
They're like, we'd like Cam to work an extra hour. We're not going to pay him anything more.
No, they are paying me. I like to bust my ass for people. I just, it's just I forget who I talk to about different things because there's a lot of shit.
But I'm trying to get down to the bottom of that. I think we need a sponsor to help out. I don't know what it is. Propecia, something like that. Maybe
No, that's hair shit.
That'll help with the hair.
That's hair. No.
Okay.
I got that shit down. I just need the back of my cul-de-sac now. I got a fucking cul-de-sac in the back of my head. I got the front part fine, but there's a fucking cul-de-sac. I don't even want to get a massage from anybody because they're going to be like, look at the cul-de-sac in the back. I could run my fucking train through that fucking thing.
Oh, my God.
Because I didn't get that done. Now I'm going to get that done, baby. Mm-hmm. And I'm not going to have a cul-de-sac that just like amplifies when the sun comes down on it and shit.
All right, Ty, by the way, continuing on with his hockey. He starts his team coming up in a few weeks. In a couple weeks, his team. Good. That's when it really starts. Right now, he's been doing this learn to play thing, and I'm telling you, I think if there's one thing that he apparently got from me, I think it's his hands, dude.
He's playing Barbies a lot though, and I see the pictures on fucking Instagram, and I need
Barbies
to stop. No.
Show me one.
No, I will. No, fine. How about this? When I call you every goddamn day, I'm hearing Barbie shit in the background. No, I am. He's got two older sisters. No, he's got one younger sister and an older sister. Am I right? No, he's the youngest. Mm-hmm. Oh, Lord. He's playing Barbies too much. I don't hear enough hockey sticks going when I call you. No, that's a serious problem.
That's
because
not true.
We're the one who's he hanging out with. He's hanging out with his older sisters, and they're playing Barbies. You need to
they
bring them down.
Play
yes,
Barbies,
they do. They're young girls.
My 10-year-old daughter. You think
she's doing it with Ivy?
No.
Yes, he is.
No, he's not, dude.
He could be a fashion designer. That's fine. Nothing wrong with that.
What
There's
are
a
you
ton of money.
to say?
I'm just saying. Get him downstairs and rip pucks,
I just showed you a video.
Although there's a ton of money in fashion designing. Oh my God.
Well, are you chirping fashion designers?
I just said there's a ton of money in it. I watched.
You could use one, actually.
No doubt about it. I look like a hillbilly.
What kind of
hate
scarf
myself.
is that? What is that? What do you have going on today?
My girl's my fashion designer, but I haven't spent money on clothes in a while.
All right, so I showed you the video though.
Yeah.
And I mean, honestly, his
hands look good. No, he was turning his hips and passing the puck. No, 100%. I saw that. His hair looks good. It's flowing out the back. I'm like, he's got his fucking shin pads tucked in with his tongues out like a bad motherfucker, because that's what bad motherfuckers do. They tuck their shit in, and they tuck their jersey in like, what's up? And they look jacked. And then he's got the hair flowing. He looks good, and he's turning his hips. I like it. I worry about the home front. I worry about the home front a little bit. I'm just saying.
Don't worry about that. It's all good.
All right, when I call tonight and I just hear screaming and stuff, like I don't hear puck moving. Why aren't you putting like Metallica on, taking him down there and be like, this is Daddy's time with you.
Should I
and
call
we chill
you?
And shit.
How do you think he's developing the hands already?
I didn't see that much. He passed the puck. He's got toe dragging guys. Like, Andy, stop it. He's not going bar down in the basement. Take him downstairs and fucking do it and take a picture and put it on goddamn Instagram. I want to see the kid.
I don't do a lot of. I got tons of videos and pictures. I don't post a lot of those.
No, but you got to though. I post a couple things here and there. I'm skiing with my buck teeth. I look like a jackass. that ski thing I put out. My parents look very, very athletic, but I have like a buck tooth and shit. But whatever. That's not the point. I want some more from you and Ty downstairs. That kind of shit I could watch all day. I got people, when they take pictures. Okay, can I chirp people with picture taken with their kids real quick? Because I don't have any. So I feel like I have the right to do this. If you send pictures on Facebook, y'all. I love you guys. Especially you Canadian boys and girls. Love y'all. But if you take pictures of your kids and they're not doing anything cool, I don't know if it's cool to do that. If they're doing something unique and you're like, fuck, check this out. My kid's like fucking doing a backflip. I'm like, God, that's kind of cool. Or he just scored a game. Or they're like doing drills in hockey. Like, I like that. Jeremy Rutherford put out a cool post of the kids playing outside in fucking Lake of the Ozarks. That kind of shit. But if you're just like, here's my kid holding a napkin. Here's my kid holding a napkin in a different way. Here's my kid drinking juice. Stop it.
Drinking juice.
Stop it. Are they doing anything unique? If not, stop it. Stop it.
It's got to be unique. Although, listen, a lot of people complain when you post pictures of your kid playing hockey and stuff like that. Some people think it's too much, dude.
Well, if you're doing it every goddamn day, then stop.
Yeah, some people
but
do
if he
it too
scored
much.
a nice goal, look, here's how I'm looking at it. Without having kids, I'm talking to all y'all. If you're on social media, which you could DM me, fucking Cam25, I don't give a shit. I'll talk to you because I've been a therapist too. I do double things on this podcast, baby. That's what I do. But here's the deal. Well, I evaluate people on social media. And if you're posting pictures of your kid and there's 30 of them, I ain't looking at them. If they're just like sitting there eating a lollipop, I don't care. If they're doing something unique, unless they're infants, you could do that. But if they're a little bit older, They need
infants.
to.
Is that
infants?
Infants?
Is it infants?
Is that what you said?
In their infants, they can do that. I don't give a shit. If they're young and they're eating a lollipop, it's cute. But if they're fucking 6 and you're like, look, he's got a hat on, I don't care. Put a hockey stick in his fucking hand, a football, something cool, golf clubs, do something, dance, or design a Barbie doll and make coin, baby, and live in fucking Manhattan like a big dick.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
No, you got a lot
I ain't discriminating.
You got a lot of options.
I ain't discriminating.
You got a lot of options.
I'm just saying, the boring ass shit, I'm done with it.
Yeah.
Done with
You
it.
got a lot of options.
All y'all.
I'm not a big social media poster.
No,
you know?
you're not photogenic by any stretch of
No,
I am so photogenic.
A little more photogenic than you.
I am photo fucking genic. I know how to fucking look serious tough, like blah. I did it for Canada Dips, baby. That was a sick picture.
Yeah.
It was okay.
I designed that.
Yeah, I know you kind of did.
I was like, dude, you got to take a picture. Like, let's go.
Yeah, but again, I'm sorry. I'm a social media. I evaluate now, baby. Mm-hmm. And my post might suck too. Fine.
Kind of do. I mean, you're like going into the vault, dude, from like 25 years ago.
Kate wanted me to post a picture at night. That was the same day, 1995, baby.
Oh,
I had the Blues jacket, starter jacket on. That's relevant.
Do you know how many starter jackets I had?
I pissed the bed still at that point.
I had so many different starter jackets. I used to collect them.
They're badass.
I loved them. I had a
dude.
Montreal Canadiens one.
My brother had that green Hummel shirt on, jacket on back in the day.
That was okay. I had
it wasn't cool.
I mean, if it was a San Jose Sharks one, it would have been cool.
It was in
and
hockey.
I thought it was, and it wasn't.
He wasn't in hockey.
No. I had a Montreal Canadiens one. I had a Buffalo Sabres. I had a Boston Celtics.
That's awesome.
I had an Oakland Raiders when I was feeling tough. And it was like a winter coat with a hood. Yeah. I had the Oakland
you
A's
probably look really badass going to school in that Oakland fucking rain. People were like, oh, fuck, look at this Oakland.
They were like, watch out.
This guy's in fucking Oakland. No, you're not.
Oh, man. Chicago Bulls one, too.
Jesus, you are nerdy, aren't you?
Which was sick. I used to love the starter jackets, man.
Yeah, man, they were cool,
but
man.
I didn't have the nerdy one that you had. I didn't like that style.
I still got that mug.
I didn't like that style.
I still got my AAA jacket my dad has. I got all my AAA jackets. That's the one shit I didn't give away to my buddies. My dad has a bunch of cool old school, my number on. Yeah. Oh, man, it's cool. My dad loves that shit. Sorry I wore a cool starter jacket back in the day.
Yeah, it wasn't that cool.
It probably wasn't that
cool. And I didn't have a Blues one either. I just, I wasn't really into. I like to kind of spread it around.
I had Canucks
not have the
stuff.
hometown team.
Yeah, I hear that.
And when I buy tie stuff now too, like I like to spread it around. Teach them teams around the league, dude.
Good.
He's got to know that.
So
your coat wasn't that cool.
Fine,
I'm just trying to tell you.
How about you get downstairs and do one-timers with Ty?
Dude, I do. I
got
videos to show
Put some
you.
fucking hardcore music on and fucking go down there because daddy time with Ty, and then we're hitting fucking one-timers. We're going bar down, baby.
Look at this.
Man, that's not good radio. This is not good podcasting when you show me pictures of Ty. It's not good podcasting. It didn't work that way. I want one-timers when I call you.
One tees.
My dad didn't even know what one-timers were.
Oh, dude, we'll start taking one tees
I'm letting you know, like you're in the game, like you're this far in the game, and you're not doing that.
Who says we're not?
I'm just saying.
Every night we're down there.
I see posts of fucking painters.
Post
I see posts of painters from the wife. I don't see posts.
You're not seeing any of those.
I don't see posts of you.
The painter comes over and just wants to shoot the shit. Like,
the 19-year-old painters.
You got to get in and out.
With no shirts on.
No, those aren't happening. That's not happening. I know you want to envision that, and I know people want a piece. They can't have it.
The painters are here again. The painters are here. They're here again? Okay.
As Al McInnes once said, as we were walking out of the rink, have you told your wife you don't play for the Blues?
He said to.
Oh, did you forget that too?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I've told that story a couple times.
Well,
now.
you didn't tell it to me. Maybe you didn't tell it to me.
I might have. Maybe
you didn't tell it to me. Why the fuck am I going to remember that? It's
anything
not that
else
big a deal.
stand out for you from Marc Savard? Do you have anything else did you forget that one too?
Yeah, he's just chilling, man. He's chilling on this fucking lake watching his kids grow up.
Got a sick ass outdoor rink, man. He sent me a couple photos of that.
I know. I saw those. Yeah, so he's doing okay. If his head's okay, he's doing fine.
He spray painted the sponsors.
So here's the deal.
He's got Yeti, Warrior Hockey.
If he doesn't need to work for the rest of his life, like honestly, and the kids are okay, then and his head's okay, and his wife's cool, and he's monogamous, and he's doing this, and not a fucking
what's interesting though? He's talked about it because he played for a long time. He knows what it's like for these players that have to get skated after practice.
It's horrible,
and he didn't like doing that to the guys.
I know because you're and you have to be when you
getting
skate, guys.
Skated every day.
You have to be fucking unique too in the way you do it. Like you can't just be like, go back. The guys are gonna hate you.
Right.
Skate with them then.
Right.
Fucking challenge them, and then do a drill. Skate back and forth. Do 3-on-3. Right back up.
But can't you maintain your conditioning by doing that? By playing 3-on-3?
Yes and no, Andy, timeout. If you play 3-on-3, you need to be able to go long distance and have your stride worked out too. Yeah. You can't just play. It's good for stopping and starting, but you need to roll your stride out. So what you do is you do 3-on-3, fucking bag each other, stop, starts, put another puck out there, and all of a sudden stop the whistle, go back, forth, stop, put new group in there, get your refs, boom, same shit. Like that kind of stuff. Tie in bag session with 3-on-3. Be creative. Don't be a dick because the guys will fucking hate you. Them fucking painters. Did you hate?
Did you hate a coach?
Not really. Nah.
You got bagged a lot.
Yeah. I did. Oh, remember I told you I almost killed Rick Wamsley.
Yeah, you did.
I'll say it again. I like him.
I love Wammer.
When we say no, but I almost fucking killed him. Wammer, I know you're listening, homie.
We used to talk for hours.
He's so funny, dude.
Hours.
He's such a sarcastic motherfucker. I like him.
Oh yeah.
I didn't like him at the time.
Funny, man.
Because I deserved what he gave me. And I look back on it now, Andy, I swear to God, at the time, I wanted to fucking kill him because he'd be so dicky to me. Like, no wonder you're not fucking playing. I'd be like, what? My buddies told me I was awesome last night. I hate you. Like that kind of bullshit, right?
You're like, I do a radio show every day.
I'd go on, I am cool because
they
my
want
buddy.
me to do 2 hours because they don't want to pay anybody else to do it, but they want me to do it. I won't charge them.
My mommy and daddy said I played good and I need more ice time. Well, he's like, no, you fucking didn't, you idiot. You're -6. And then I'd be like, I want to kill you. And he put David Perron on do one-on-one with me. I want to kill you.
DP.
But now
he must have been recovering from injury because he wasn't.
Well, whatever. I don't give a fuck. But then I look back and I talked to Wammer throughout the years. I'm like, dude, I deserve everything. Like you just realize that, man. If a lot of guys in my position don't go back and realize every time they sat games out, every time they miss a shift, it was on you, homie. You didn't get the fucking puck out of the zone. Idiot
Which is
boy.
so important.
So important, dude. I learned that, man. That's why I played that 2012 year because I was able to do that. I got really pretty good at that. Just like getting off the wall, like taking a hit and it's like chipping.
That was like an accomplishment for you.
100,000.
That should have been kept as a stat.
I was good enough to where I could get around and hit guys consistently enough and maybe not get the puck out zone in my early days. But I learned to be able to do that and kick it up to myself and take the hit and do this. I always thought guys were going to kill me when the puck came up the wall like I would kill them. So I'd be so hesitant and like defend myself to like bury my shoulder against them so I wouldn't be embarrassed to get hit. So I just kind of duffed the puck sometimes, but then I got pretty good at it and I was able to get out. That's why I played.
That sounds great. That's a great story, dude.
Actually, it's a great story, dude. It's a great show. Jesus.
No,
sorry,
getting the puck out of
idiot.
getting the puck out of the zone board play is very important. It's very important.
It really, really is.
100%. And we appreciate you sharing that with us.
Well, thank you, dude. It's a podcast.
All right, as always, that conversation and that story, everything else, is brought to you by CarShield and CarShield.com. Mention the promo code CAM, and today is a good day to actually say that, to mention the promo code CAM, and you'll save 10%.
Thanks, dude.
Okay? You never know when you're going to need CarShield, but I guarantee you, every time you need it, you're glad you had it. I mean, and when you don't have it, man, you wish you did. That's the bottom line about CarShield. So, again, that engine goes out, that computer in your car goes out.
It will.
What are you going to do? Get stuck paying thousands and thousands of dollars? You don't have to.
No.
Structure your plan the way that you want it. You like it long, you can have it long. You like it
I want
short.
it long and girthy.
Okay, well, you can have that. Okay.
Can I?
It can be as low as like $99 a month or something crazy. That'll save you a lot of money. CarShield.com, 800-857-2481. That is the phone number. Again, mention that promo code CAM. And ask for the short term or the long term, whatever you want. You can find that from CarShield.com. All right, Canadips, 5 flavors. Can you name all of them? Mint, wintergreen, American spice.
Yeah.
Very underrated,
dude. I like that.
Love the American spice.
You know it's in your mouth.
Citrus,
you know it's in your mouth.
Citrus and
citrus good too.
Mango.
Oh, mango, you motherfucker. God, you're a handsome bugger. Every mango, if mango is a person, Trevor Lawrence. If Mango Canadips is a person, I still haven't thought of the guy yet. It could be Eddie Vedder back in 1992 when he's in the fucking, he has that long fucking hat, and he's doing black at Pink Pop, and everybody's like stuck in mud. He's just like fucking like in the mud, like, That's Mango Canadips. Look that up on YouTube. 1992, Eddie Vedder, Pink Pop, baby. Sexy, homie.
Okay.
Sexy is what he was.
So Mango Canadips, you say, is sexy.
Eddie Vedder.
Oh,
yeah.
Eddie Vedder.
Eddie Vedder, Trevor Lawrence.
Listen, CanadipCBD.com, that's the website. Get it now, dude. And join the Quit Chew Challenge. We're doing that with Cam, trying to get Cam off chew. So far, it's going really well.
I need to be handsome again. Your teeth are too white. My teeth are too beat up. I'm sick of this. The women folk are like, Cam needs to be a little bit more handsome if you guys want to take it to the next level. I'm like, okay, fine. And now I'm going to stop chewing. I'm going to brush my teeth all the time.
Mine look
which
like
I do.
James Neal. Yours look like Bobby Clark's. Is that right?
I still have them in, but they're not, the stainage is there.
No,
okay.
They look great, dude.
Oh,
They look great.
Thank
and
you.
you're doing great, man. We're supporting you with the candidates, trying to get you to quit the chew. It's so important, man. Love the progress that you've shown.
Thank you.
And the work that you're putting into it, dude. This is very admirable.
I know. It's not easy, man. It annoys the hell out of me because you've been doing it for so long. Like, and on a serious note, like, it's not easy. You want that hard feel in your mouth, but
you're doing it, dude.
I'm doing it. I'm doing it.
Keep doing it.
I'm doing it.
Again, mention the promo code Cam and Strick. This is very important because you're going to save 50%.
That's hardcore.
Dude, that's a serious deal.
These guys are awesome, by the way.
Oh, my God.
They love the
Case
hockey
Mandel
people.
and company,
They're awesome.
what up? I know, not even
They're
like
cool as
hockey
shit.
fans either. And now they become hockey fans. They just, listen,
They need to come out to Centene.
they're cool
right
ass
quick.
dudes, man.
They
What
play
up,
hockey.
Case?
We love you guys.
Anyway, I love doing this with candidates. So check it out. Get that California roll and get it today. And take a picture of it and Instagram
Yeah,
us.
send that mug to me, dude.
Show it to
I'll
us.
send you some bad. I'm so photogenic.
Bud Light Seltzer, baby. 4 flavors: black cherry, strawberry, lemon lime, mango. How many of those can you drink at one time
Oh fuck, Jesus Christ!
and feel great?
I mean, I could slaughter booze. It's not cool. That's not cool. But I can, especially on a sunny day at the lake. Like, good Lord, on the cars, you're chilling, you're fucking hitting it down the pipe. Like, oh snap! People are like congratulating you when you hit it down the pipe. Like, good job, Cam. You're good at golf. Like, no, I'm not. I'm just in the fucking zone, homie, and I'm drinking mango. That's why. And then you duff the next like 15, but it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I'm in the zone, baby.
Yeah.
I could drink a bunch of those bad boys.
Yeah. You just put like an old show on in the background. Okay, it could be like a show from like Soldier Field or something back in like the early 90s, late 80s, whatever. Bust open a little Bud Light Seltzer, get your mind right.
I don't know what
and
you're
just
talking
chill
about.
with a little music
I don't
in the
even know what
background.
you're talking
little
about.
music in the background.
What the fuck are you talking about? Put on a 90s show of what, the Cubs?
Oh, no, it could be like, a show, like a music, like a concert, you know? It could be like a Grateful Dead concert.
No.
It could be
okay, fine.
It could be like a Fish concert, whatever.
No, I said 1992.
Yeah.
Fucking Eddie Vedder.
Yeah.
That's mango.
You could put like 1992.
No, but you said like some baseball
like,
thing.
No.
What the fuck are you talking
You could
about?
put like a show, like a 1992, like RFK Stadium, okay, and just play it in the background. Bust open a little Bud Light Seltzer and just chill and get your mind right. Listen to a
I'll
concert
tell you
from
what
back
to
in
do.
the day. Okay?
I'll tell you what to do. Don't listen to Andy.
I'll
Jeez
tell you what
Louise.
to do.
He'll bore you to death. You want to go to bed? Listen to Andy. Jesus Christ. He's like fucking Ambien without the euphoric high you get when you heat up
listen,
the fridge.
I'm trying to teach you good music. Some of our
You're the
listeners-
bad part
Some
of
of our
Ambien.
some of our listeners are like, "Wow, I can't believe I've heard." Yeah, Medeski, Martin, and Wood, we're busting it down. That's what we do. We break it down. Cam has no idea. He doesn't even know any good music. Okay, he listens to all the commercialized
My dad
crap.
got me into fucking Rage Against the Machine, Soundgarden, Black Crows, back at Pink Floyd.
Black Crowes are cool.
My
Those
dad
are
got me
okay.
into Eddie
Pink Floyd's
Vedder and the
okay.
Bies.
They're okay. All
And
right,
I love Rammstein. I love Avenged Sevenfold. I love Judas Priest. I love
I'm gonna
Pantera.
send you some good- I'm gonna send you some
I'm
good stuff.
hardcore, baby.
All right.
I also like DJ Tiesto. I'll get my groove on. I'll get my mind right and listen to that shit on the boat.
DJ
Like,
who? Oh, that sounds
I'll
great.
get my groove
Yeah.
on. As far as country, as far as like bluegrass, I ain't there yet. I know some of you
I got
cats.
some good-ass
no.
bluegrass,
I know
dude.
some of you cats text me like, Cam, what's up, baby?
Get the
You're-
mandolin
Cam, you're
action
fucking
going.
badass, Cam. Like, we fucking like you. I know Andy likes fucking bluegrass. We don't care about him. We want you to like it.
Little
And I'm
funk,
like, okay,
little
fine.
P-funk.
I like
Like the
everything, man.
mandolin's a badass instrument, dude.
Who?
The mandolin. God, you don't know
Mandalay
anything.
Bay?
You don't know anything, dude. You honestly.
I know what it is.
I mean, all you know is hockey. You need to be like a little more
Hockey?
like universal.
I know more about castles
You
than
don't
hockey.
even know hockey,
I
actually.
know more about European castles than hockey.
You don't even know hockey.
I know more about tornadoes. I know more about like hardcore events that happened in history, like
that's very true.
earthquakes and fucking
That's very
badass volcanoes
Yeah.
that happened back in the
Yeah,
day.
because you don't even know
That's
hockey.
what I know.
That's so true. Yeah. I'm glad you corrected
I just
that.
figured out a way to
No, I'm
play
glad-
pro
I'm
hockey
glad
for
you-
10
I'm glad you
years
corrected that.
out of Eureka, Missouri.
All right,
which is pretty awesome.
keepithandsome.com. Hey, get all the hair products, man. The shampoos, the conditioners. Make
You wanna get
yourself
banged out by
smell
your
good.
wife?
Dude, it happened to me. It happened
Does
to me.
painters have it? Don't
I'm
give
just
it to the
telling you,
painters.
dude.
Don't do that.
Hey.
Don't.
It's like window
those to the
shopping. You
parents.
can look, you can't touch, dude. It's like window shopping. I know all you guys.
I'm just like,
you guys all want to touch.
If they smell sexy as shit, your wife might be like, the painters are coming over again.
You want to touch.
It's a quadruple coat.
You wouldn't look your way.
I'm just saying.
You can look. You just can't touch. You guys all like giggle.
You started.
You guys try to like giggle. But you can't have it.
You started. No.
She wouldn't look at either of you. I can promise you that. But anyway.
I mean, I'm a pretty cool cat. Let's be completely honest.
Yeah, but I don't. She doesn't care.
I'm not even allowed to leave my house. Kate won't let me.
Okay, so keep it handsome. Check it out. Mention the promo code Cam and Strick. You'll save 15%, dude. It's a good deal, man.
It's a great deal.
Really good deal.
Great stuff.
Marco hooking it up. We got the hats coming out soon. Get that Fight Ugly hoodie. Get it now. Portion of the proceeds go back to benefit the Montreal Resource Center. You think it's so funny, dude, but
you set up. I'm telling you, these guys are going to bash you so bad.
You have zero chance.
They're going to bash you so bad. And there's too much of it for you to go back and edit out. So you're just done. It's going to be the funniest thing in the world.
Well, you know what it's like to have people come like.
I know. Your wife's hot, man.
When you build a house, you have what they call a 30-day where they have to come back and do shit.
Oh, I know, motherfucker.
Okay? No, you don't know.
No.
Like, I'm telling
I don't know. I've lived over the fucking world. Stop.
Okay,
I've had houses
that's what's
over
going
the
on.
place.
They just show up. Let them work and get out of the house. No, they don't stay.
Stop. Go ahead. Finish this up. Stop it. You're killing yourself.
If you saw the people coming over, you would know.
Oh, big and handsome?
No, this isn't like what are the Village People or something? No.
Oh, God, stop, Andy. Stop. The guys.
I don't know where you're going with this.
No,
stop.
The guys are going to torture you. It's going to be so funny. Hey. Oh, I'm so glad we did this.
You can look,
them
you
painters,
can't touch,
though.
dude.
Them painters.
I don't mind if people think my wife's hot, dude. Like, what do you they should. It is what it is.
They're charging you to come over, though.
No, they're not. Dude, it's already paid for. See, you don't know anything, dude. Again, you don't even know.
They painted the same room 18 times in a row.
No,
Stop.
they're not painting rooms. You don't even know anything, dude. It's
gold.
So funny.
This is so gold, dude. This is
you are so
innocent Andy Gold. This is innocent Andy Gold.
You are you're such an amateur on so many different things, dude.
Man.
Including
You'll
life.
See who's gonna be the amateur after this.
Life. Okay.
Oh, God. Oh my God, you just fucking stuck yourself such a funny hole. It's so funny. I love it so much. Let's wrap this up. Wrap it up. Get the candidates out of your mouth. Get the candidates out of your mouth. Crusoe's gonna chirp you. I don't have any fucking chew in my mouth. No one's gonna fucking beat me on this one. Well, maybe they will.
All right. Bellman. And Bellman.com. Get that new ride today and tell them about the customer service you won't get there. That you guys can take my wife there.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. I would have taken Andy's wife to not Bellman because I want to see all the swinging dicks coming out there and fucking just swinging their dicks around because that's what they do. They act like they're better than everybody. And they annoy your wife. They kick you aside like, oh, hi, I'm Cam. I don't care about you. I'm going right to your wife. I used to play football. I was a cornerback in the Parkway North. And my wife's like, can I just like look at this car over here? I'm the baddest motherfucker. No, can I just look at it? Don't. No. Doesn't happen at Bellman. Doesn't happen at Bellman.
I'll give a shout out to someone who just sent me my...
She can go to Bellman. She can go to Bellman. She's safe at Bellman. She's safe at Bellman.
Bellman.com. If you have a used car, they'll buy it from you. Okay? In Troy, Missouri, Cadillac, Buick, GMC. And the other side of the street, you've got the Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram.
Yes.
You got cars for all seasons, dude. All seasons. And it's really unbelievable. At Bellman. Our boy Dan Bellman, man, he's the shit. Give him a shout out, will you? Anyway.
Bellman, dude.
Yeah, dude. Dude, Dan's the shit. Just give him a shout out, man, okay?
Yeah.
He is. Been supporting hockey, dude.
He loves hockey, man. He's a great guy. Easy to take. Your wife can go buy a car there. They're the best of the best.
Yes, I would actually send my wife over to Bellman. Anywhere else? It's debatable.
It's debatable. Big time.
Probably not, actually.
Probably not.
But I know she'll get taken care of there. And treat her with respect, dude. Dude, come on. You know that.
There she will. He's got to worry about the guys coming over.
Well, that's what happens when you get the 30-day. They come by. They put on fucking hardware on the cabinets, okay, or whatever they got to do. They got to look at like the shower door or something.
Yeah, that's what they're doing.
Okay. Listen, Victor Hockey. Out of Denver, best logo in the hat business.
They got great logos.
Best logo in the hockey business. Anyway, we got the hats, camandstrick.com. Check out victorhockey.com and support their business as well. They've got some great apparel.
Great
dude.
stuff.
Hoodies,
We got awesome
t-shirts,
hats. Check the hats out,
yeah.
man. They're great. Check
Mention
them
the
out. Great
promo
people.
code Cam and Strick. You're going to say 20%.
Oh, he's at a
dude.
cool place in Colorado too.
I know. Everybody hooks it up, dude. Mention the promo code Cam and Strick. You say 20%.
Yep.
From Victor Hockey at Victor Hockey USA on Twitter and Instagram. Okay.
Let's do it, baby.
Okay. This has been episode number 105. Get me the hell out of here.
Oh my God.
Marc
You better go home and
Savard
check out.
on this edition of the Cam and Strick Podcast.